Welcome back. Rare Talks, you already know what it is. In the air, another episode. If you haven't, make sure you go over to the YouTube and the Spotify and check out all the them things. But before we even start today, I know a lot of you people don't know this, but I say this anyway. By the time this episode comes out, we're probably going to have the live event. That means it's going to be lit. When it's lit, that means that it's going to be crazy. That means we're going to be on to the next one. So make sure that if you missed this event, like I can't help you right now. I'm only going to put a clip in right now of how lit it was. So it's going to come in right.
Come on.
And that's it for you. But yeah, you don't know where it is. I'm joined by the best co-host in the world. You already know his name.
Young CEO in the building, man. Talk to me.
And today we got special guests. They invited me to their podcast, so it's only right that we show love back to the brothers.
Normal settings, isn't it?
The man, them, and the you know what the thing is. Come on. Yes, come on. So if you don't know their names, introduce yourself, my brothers.
Yeah, me. Go on, Dave.
Done it daily, the most masculine host of the domino effect. You already know the stars. Already here with my co-host.
Yeah, me. Big Ed's the most valuable co-host on the thing there. Yeah, me.
Come on.
Value high.
Energy.
So we was having a crazy conversation before the camera turned on. But we're going to make sure that we try and give it back to you again.
Nice.
So the topic today, which I chose, the first topic.
You're surprising us on this one.
Innit?
You're surprising us.
You want to let us know from early.
This is what mad one, look.
Yeah, no, go.
Playboy cover star says women pay her £1,400 to test their boyfriend's loyalty.
You saying Ting Leng?
She's alright.
What would you say out of 10?
Solid 6.
Six.
Nah, you
man.
check it.
CO check, man.
Yeah, she's about a 6, a short.
What? Swear down.
A mid-6 at best.
She's a 6, bro.
So man, I'm risking it all for
But
6.
do you know what though? That makes sense though. Because think about it this way. A lot of the times when man them step on the it's not for a longer thing. It's for a deader thing.
Bro,
Man
I always
opportunities.
say this, bro.
Man opportunities.
I said this the other day on
So
my
it makes
Instagram.
sense to get an average thing to test the man because then you're thinking, right, like you're really gonna step out on me for a lesser gap.
You know what? I've seen it on one of them cheater shows where this girl has hired like a model, to stick it on her man. A man's some sneaky fat brother, and when you're looking at his missus, it's not really saying much. He's gone to do plumbing at the house. She slapped it all over and bare persistent. But I'm thinking, this is the opportunity for the man to pam the longest girl who ever touch eyes and touch in his life.
Yeah.
Most men who've lived that life are crumbling. Do you know what I'm saying?
100.
So if you test that over 6, it's almost like that's the same level as your missus. So if any other 6 puts it on, you already know what it is, isn't it?
Did it say whether man then failed the test or not though?
No, okay,
They must have.
so let's go into it a little bit more now. So it says that a former Playboy model is charging $1,400 to see if a woman's boyfriends would cheat on them or not, and refunding those whose partners remain loyal. Yeah. She says that she's living in Spain. She claims that she's made $7,400 from the services so far, and she plans to spend this money on cosmetic procedures. She's already spent over 100 bags on plastic surgery, aiming to achieve the most expensive body on Instagram.
7,400 ain't that much to make from this. Bear in mind her
I
child.
had 4 nose rhinoplasty surgeries, and the last one I spent 6,600. She explains.
How old is
this
she?
is why I said this
She needs
thing's
to go have
dead
a child
because-
or something.
Yeah, how old is it?
Yeah,
Bare
but
plastic,
she's moving like Barbie.
innit? Pure plastic.
So for me personally, like when I see a plastic girl, if a plastic girl tried to slide on me, the first thing she's gonna get is the middle finger, because I'll just tell a girl, eat ass. You jump in my DM trying to move to me, I'm gonna tell you, eat ass.
Hey, yeah.
But what if you was single? Let's take away the girlfriends and that.
The
If you was-
obstacles.
If you was a single man,
I'm still not. You see, one thing about me, I'm paranoid in general. I think when you get to a certain moment in success, remember, I've been successful my whole life, and this is not me like boasting. Any venture that I've ever gone into in my life, everything for the whole of my life from beginning to end, I've always had some sort of success. So with success brings groupies. So I've always had groupies in my life. So groupies to me now is not like, some men have never had groupies. They've never had female attention. They've never had women onto them. So like, I can talk to a woman now and there's nothing sexual, nothing there, because I know how to control myself, because I've had this my whole life. I've always got gal. I've not been a man that's just getting gal now because of the internet. Man's always got gal, and that's not to say like in a cocky way, like I'm proud of it, and you know what I'm saying, but I've always got gal. So for me now,
Bro, not just that, you got discipline. One thing I always say is that man them need to practice discipline, because without discipline you end up putting your head in places that it shouldn't be. Do you know what I'm saying? Even me, I always say this, I took a year out of sex just to make sure I could control myself in certain situations.
A year?
Bro, I wasn't necessarily bashing, it's more like I was just on chasing gal too much. So it's the situation, and this was at uni. So I'm at uni now. You know how it is.
But you had a one John though.
Nah,
he
A
really,
one brainers.
Nah, he read it for a year.
Man had the one brainers that come round and
bro, I had my thing there. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I had my thing there, but brother, I was. Obviously, you go uni with a certain mentality. Come from ends, man, they're like, yo, uni, yeah. When you go out them sides, you're gonna be cheating bad, gal. So I go uni with that energy. I'm just here to smoke as many things as possible. It's not fulfilling though. I'm just thinking to myself, any addiction you can't control is a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? Anything you can't control is a problem. So I said to myself, is it really a problem? I need to test it out. Let me stop this and see. Because anything you stop, you'll know straight away whether it's a problem or not. And brother, the rose hit me mad. Burning. Yeah. It's like I was getting withdrawal symptoms. I just want to pam something. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But after you break that 2-3 month barrier, bro, my productivity levels skyrocket to the point where that year I got the best grades at uni. In my 4 years of going, that was the best year. I was fucking volunteering. I was doing bare other social projects, bare different things because I mastered discipline.
You have to master the way of. And I was saying this to someone earlier, of your energy of a man knowing your power and your ability. You see some men, they're out there chasing girl that don't give a damn about them. Do you know how much of a mental strain that is to be doing that?
Rejection as well, it's not good for your mental.
Bro,
It's really not, man.
it's not just a rejection, it's the fact of that you're putting energy in a place where there's no
returns.
No,
returns.
what I'm saying in terms of attachment, you're building, because when you chase and you pursue a woman for long, you're building attachments with women
Unhealthy attachments.
Unhealthy attachment for women that don't care about you, and now that's what you connotate with forming relationship with women. That's not
what rejection. You say like rejection.
Yeah, or like them wanting you just for material gain.
Rejection. I think rejection,
and that's what you feel. That is now your new normal. When that's not normal.
No, but I think rejection is a good thing.
It is.
No, I think it's a good thing.
As a man, it's necessary.
What I'm saying is, maybe rejection was the wrong. But I'm saying building these connections with women that don't actually give a damn about you, and now you think this is a healthy norm.
That's really bad mentally. Mentally, that is you could suffer on a different level. But back to what I was saying though. Like when you have, like myself, like I said, I only can speak for myself, I can't speak for everyone else. But I know that if a woman's sliding and trying too hard to try and get me, when a woman moves too sexual, too crazy, when I first meet her, I'm not gonna lie, you might think I'm crazy for this, but I think she's got AIDS or something.
You're crazy.
That's mad. Yeah.
She's trying to give me whatever she's got in that demon vagina is trying to give me.
If you said energy, she's trying to give me negative energy, I fuck with that.
No.
For me, I feel she's trying to take something from me.
So see how my mind thinks, see how different I am. So that's why I'm just cautious and I'm like, all right, she's in my DMs, she's trying to screenshot me. I'm just automatically paranoid.
Oh, screenshot?
Yeah, she tried to screenshot me.
Interesting.
So
Rare receipts and that.
Interesting.
Yeah, true.
Have you ever had a situation where that's happened to you before? Is that why you're cautious? Where people have used your stuff against you, your word.
100%, bro.
That's never happened to me,
100%. And then you know what the funny thing
is? What about Jones? Have Jones done that?
Girls have tried to move to me and then made it seem like I was on to them.
You were the perpetrator.
Yeah. That's them young ones, you know.
I was like, and you know the funny thing is, the thing was done out here, blood.
Me, the girl.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't even have beat her with a stick, blood.
Like that.
You know what's funny about that? Well, with my ex-girl, obviously, I've said before that my first girl, I was a scumbag, man, was a cheater, whatever. I've lost count of the women that I cheated with, innit? But the girl I was dealing before, she always hated that I picked this girl over her, innit? So obviously when I've gone back to the old one before, what she's done, she was the one that was chasing me to go pam in it.
Right.
She's sent to my new girl. She's deleted bears of my messages, and obviously when you're a master cheater, I've deleted all the messages, so I've got no evidence of anything. But she's deleted certain messages, so it makes it look like I'm onto her, fam. So it makes me look that I was the thirsty one trying to pam. Do you know what I'm saying? And she just, the way she switched the narrative, and I was just looking at these messages.
So the master got turned into the student.
Bro, I was looking at these. I was just like, she was half West African. I'm like, you fucking 419er, you got me on this one. You know the ones where it's like, you know the ones, I didn't do that, but I definitely didn't do that.
Yeah. She got onto you, boy.
But hey, she caught me good, man.
That's mad. What are you doing if a girl slides in your DMs?
I can't, that doesn't, you know what, No, actually it happened the other day, but she was legit because I knew she was from M's, and she told me where she lived and she video called me. But other than that, if she's half decent...
Wait, she told you where she lived and then she video called you.
You know, but we need receipts.
You need receipts. No.
He was building his own on period.
No, but it was on end, like my end. So I know, I know my ends like that, innit? Like,
Well, she's from your ends, and she still sent you her address.
no, like just video call me saying I'm at yard, like, not like,
Okay, right.
yeah, just regular. But no, normally, you know what? It's not that I don't rate myself, yeah. But if any girl's half decent slides in my DMs, yeah, I think like she's the agent, like who sent her? That's the first thing, you know. That's the first thought.
Bro, that's what you got to
I rate myself, but
No, you got to respect the situation because you see when gold just don't fall on your plate for nothing.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? You got to work. Usually, you got to work for that. So
I'm
if
on
gold's falling on your plate.
most girls that man go for, they're not the type to slide in the DMs. I'm after.
Bro, most girls.
Nah, but I'm saying to you, look, when you get a certain level of fame and clout, bro, you don't. I understand this thing. I've actually mastered this.
Yeah, but 10 girls ain't sliding your DMs.
not
Bro,
there.
10 girls are. What are you talking about?
10 girls.
Brother.
They're agents. They're trying to get you, bro.
Agents, innit? They must be.
Stay away from them,
They
bro.
must be agents. But I told you about agents. They're real, you know.
They're agents, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, man.
10 gal ain't got time. What they slide your DMs for?
You know they got so many options. Like
They got
you're
options.
famous, but 10 men out here are
but I
famous
think
too.
sometimes
Innit?
I think you don't understand this. Like some girls, for instance, like someone like myself, I only can speak for myself. Again, I'm gonna go back to myself. Girls can call me a narcissist, whatever. Cool, suck him up. But what I'm saying, look, this is how it works for me. Yeah, like boom. I know girls are sliding in my DMs because they want to see if they can tame the monster that they've seen online. Does that make sense? So they want to be like, oh, look at the way he's acting.
Okay.
I bet you if I got with him, I'd tame him. I bet you I can show him. Women are crazy, bro.
Oh, they are like
Women
that.
are so
But
mad.
that's not at mass.
Huh?
That's the odd thing. That's not at mass.
Yeah, but that's still a 10 out of 10 thing though. And she's sick.
okay.
She's sick with it. She's got all the men that want her. She don't want them. She wants to try and get the lion.
Yeah, of course.
She wants the lion. And the thing is,
She's seen the beard and she said, oh.
Yeah. No, sure.
but out of all the bodies you caught, there's always gonna be that few on the CV where you're like, you just came out one day and she was laying and she just moved to you and just grabbed your piece and you waxed it. But the majority of the things you pam isn't that you just came out one day out of the barber
the
chair.
majority of things are gonna try and mute you. Ain't gonna be of that caliber. They're not. They're just not.
They can't be.
Because you know why? The 10 teams even got confidence like that.
It's true. They're always
Let's be real.
secure.
They know how for a man. They know how to signal in order to get a man to approach them. They don't know how to do it the reverse. You see, the girls who are more meaty, they're forced to have to put themselves out there.
They have to.
Otherwise, they're not gonna
that's
get what
not
they
true though.
want.
They have to.
Because there's, I'm telling you this.
Meaty girls have the best personality.
No, but I'm saying 10 girls don't even know they're 10 now because the young boys are gone crazy.
Nope.
So look, check this. I'm gonna tell you a real life story.
I can't tell you about the young G's, but
There's no time frame on this, yeah. But there's a thing, yeah. She kept adding me, and then not adding me, then adding. So she kept, following and unfollowing.
Trying to get your attention.
Yeah, then liking a couple of my pictures, but then disappearing. So like, obviously, one day I fell into the trap of what? What did I do? I went to look at the profile. Profile was a madness. I said, oh my god, this thing is mad. I'm in my house, walking through my yard, looking at the phone like, this is mad. This thing is too peng. So when I've DM'd the thing, she's like, oh, I was waiting to get your attention. I said, oh my god, it's a setup. I said, this is my little thing back in the day, what I've always done to girl. I said, send me a picture of 2 fingers. Don't ask me why I say that. I just send me a picture of 2 fingers. Yeah, your face and 2 fingers. So take a picture like this.
I can go mad ways because they might think you're trying to do something with that. You know what I'm saying?
You never know.
Like a warm up.
You never know.
Like, cool. Now next one. Where's the next?
You never know.
You see that psychological manipulation, you know. He's smart. That's what Facebook does. That's psychological manipulation.
So you're
bro.
trying to sow that seed, like get used to them 2 fingers.
It always starts with 2 fingers, doesn't it?
It's possible.
It always starts with the 2 fingers. Yeah.
So she put the 2 fingers. I took a picture. I said, "Oh shit, she's real. So she's
Okay.
actually a real thing." And how's she painting on me, bro?
Right, yes,
But
Doesn't
your
make
thing
sense.
rolls and you say,
I'm like, I don't get this. This doesn't make sense. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, now it's time to attack. The predator is on the run. Yeah, his prey is running. She will not escape. So I've already in my mind made up my mind of all the bars that I'm gonna say, bro. She said, ask me questions, bro. I remember like I was being myself, and I realized that this thing liked me. And she didn't even know who I was. I think she knew that man was on road, but she didn't really know how on road.
so she knows of you, but not knew.
Yeah. She knew of me like through rumors that he's done.
Those are the best ones because bro, girls love mystery.
They love it.
Girls love.
love
Why
it.
do you think they love crime drama so much? Ask her what she watches.
Serial
I
killer.
watch crime.
Serial killer, it's true. It's so true.
Girls love a
facts.
good
It's
mystery.
facts.
Yeah, if you keep the mystery, you got her. That's what man them flop on, you know.
Yeah,
Man them
that's the
lose their
biggest-
mystery.
Yeah, they give up too much.
Every time, and the girl gets bored, innit? I figured him out.
I figured him out. I don't want to know
That's
more.
how they move, you know?
And then Mr. Mysterious turns up at the bar.
Trust me.
Yeah, I want to know about his money. I want to know how he got the
What's he
scars on his
about?
eyes. What's he about? I've heard about him. Yeah? She's heard about you, bro. Continue. Tell me.
So now, like, it's on now, innit? The chase is on, innit? But it's not really that much of a chase because she's kind of on, man. So I've just said, yeah, send me a number, cool. Got the number, called her, finesse. Boom, boom, she linked, man. I knew the vibe anyway. It was over from the moment she told me she was trying to get my attention. It was over from then. In the back of my mind, I already knew what the vibe was. Does it make sense? So, yeah, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, in general, when a woman, sometimes you can, me personally, like, I would never see a woman slide in my DMs and not think that it's just normal. I'd think
Did you end up hamming this gal though?
What one?
This.
For information purposes.
Yeah, cool. She was real though, wasn't she?
What do you mean?
She was, because you're saying that these things nowadays, yeah, if they're 10 things you have to move to, it's an agent, can't do it, wrong. But in this circumstance, it worked in your favour, bro.
Yeah, but that was
potentially,
years ago.
allegedly.
Now the game's even more corrupted than it's ever been. Girls, that was before the screenshot era, bro.
Hear it.
We're in the screenshot era.
Bare receipts.
Bro,
bro.
this is
We're in the
receipts.
screenshot era.
You can't hide your receipts.
Are you not aware that sometimes you DM girls and they don't respond because they've screenshotted you, bro?
Yeah, it's really in the group chat. Look what my man's saying.
Oh, look at this you. What's wrong with him? I swear he's meant to be this alpha male.
Start doing all this. Get me?
He's not even an alpha.
He's trying to say it was to sit on my face. He wants me to sit on his face.
Yeah. do you know what? Though? And like, but that's why I know. Like, bare girls these days, like when they say I only send voice notes, I'm like, why? No receipts, because voice note is just an audio bar, innit?
Are you talking about Snapchat?
Bare girls do it now.
But you got the
It's
screen
audio
record.
only now.
You got the screen record, though.
You can do that.
but
You got the screen record.
I know, but
Do you know what though? Fuck all of that. If you're sending a girl a mad message, yeah, man, them, if you're gonna do this,
Own
just
it,
come
man.
with chest.
Own it, man.
Because when you start stuttering, do you know what? The only fuck thing is when you move mad is when they start unsending messages and they make it seem like you're the madman.
Of course.
Because there's always a reason why you're moving the way you're moving. But man, them, if a gal is saying a mad thing, you're saying a mad thing back. Own the
You have
chest,
to.
bro. You see when you bop your pec like mine, if you want to go chest, go gym. Get chest like mine.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Own it,
Own it
no?
with chest, bro.
No, you have to.
It's not a joke at here. Because girls will screenshot your thing and it's going straight into the group chat.
But
bro.
one thing I will say though, sending the voice notes can bust you because you see with the message thing you can unsend. But if you're sending
There's
voice notes,
context.
it's bait that you've said something before for you even to talk because there's context.
But you see what
You
it is?
know what I'm
That's the problem with new age fandom though. Because I'm from the school of a cold approach. I see girl on road, I draw it, I get the number, I move to it that way. I don't do the voice, I don't do texting. So I'm either voice on you, I want your number to call you. Because that's where I can sell myself the most. I don't do the back and forth paragraph after. It's air to
I'm
me.
crap at texting.
It's immediate. I can't
I'm
text.
dead at texting.
What's with that?
I'm
The deadest texter.
ever.
Girls complain. I got thing on my thing like that.
I'm
So you're
dead.
so dead in text.
I'm dead.
I'm alright.
I'm a voice noter, man.
Yeah, so-
That's me.
I just want to
like.
call you. I want to chat to you. If I chat to you, it's game over.
Bro, it's not. I need to meet you in person. You need to be in my energy.
You know what I'm saying?
Once you're in my energy,
That's what a phone call
your,
works, though.
your life is over.
That's what a phone call
The
works.
vibe
You
is
can feel
mad.
it.
When I put you in my presence, the shit that I'm gonna be doing around you and saying,
Right.
you're gonna think this guy's a crazy guy.
Who is he? He's a wolf.
He's wild. He
But
doesn't even
that's
care.
the thing. You need to portray your human emotions, your body language. These are all selling points for people. That's what these social media puts barriers in front of. So people feel safe behind that barrier. Through a text, I can manipulate the situation to suit my circumstance. Those are the people who are shy in person. Us, man, we are out here because we're out here trying to win. That's it. Every obstacle we see, there's a loser and a winner, and we're always trying to win. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, there's a safety behind texting behind the screen, and that's how they get caught out. I want to see you in person all day, every day.
And that's why a lot of man, it's easy to get rejected on Hinge. You can just unblock and no one's seen it.
Unmatched.
To move on road
Done.
and in front of everyone, you just do it with chest. If you get declined, you get declined.
Bro, and that's why
Man, I'm built
rejection is
like that.
important. I grew up on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why man then will get air from a girl and start moving mad. What? Slag, fuck you.
Yo, anyway.
Brother, hold the L
Right.
and keep it moving, bro.
And you know what I say is like, you know, the hardest salesmen or the salesmen that go to a shit firm and
Trust me.
they can sell a shit product.
Trust
so then when they go to having a lit product, it's easy. It's
easy.
So I was fat and ugly, bro. So I was selling myself because moving to gal is selling yourself, innit? So I was selling a dead product. So then when I started going a bit of gym, it just became easy now. Do you know what I'm saying? But you had to start with that
That's
rejection
when you
and
had
pain.
the agent. That's when you start getting that attention, bro. It's mad. 'Cause at first you're like,
Can't believe it, man.
wait, me?
Yeah, 100%. Really?
I'm 14 now. I'm 14. I was that guy who's saying, "Where's my hug?" and still getting air, fam. And I had to hold that, you know, like that.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Man, I have to hold that.
Where's my
me and the
argument?
man, me and my dog, we used to go out. We always said this: you have to draw a minimum of 10 girls. Got 7, 8 gonna
power
reply,
10.
so at least 3 will reply.
Numbers game, innit?
Numbers game. You're gonna chop one out of the 10. If you draw 10 numbers, you're gonna at least chop one.
You have to.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
see that mindset. If you take that mindset into any job, you're flipping gonna be the best salesman ever, bro.
Bro, I was in sales.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? I was in sales.
I'm basically working
Numbers
sales
game.
now. Do you know what I'm saying?
If you can, because I feel like man that can move to bare girls, they have the potential to be the top salesman of the year.
You can't even say to bare girls, man that can take rejection. That's the important thing. A man that can take rejection can overcome any obstacle.
And have the balls and the articulation to actually.
But I don't even look at rejection as rejection. It got to a point where I got so good at taking rejection, I didn't even look at it as rejection. I'm
It's
like,
constructive
the
criticism.
person, you know,
It makes
this
you
person's
better.
gonna come back, or like, because I'd sell what I'm selling to you is so needed in your life that you need to come back. Does that make sense? It's like the way I put the urgency to it. So even if someone didn't buy from me straight away, I knew the person
You
would
really
come back.
planted the
And
seed.
then before you know it, the person comes back in a week. You know, I've really been thinking about it. And I'm looking at them thinking, you're done. You're done.
You just walk back into the lines then.
You don't know what you walked into.
Yeah.
You walked into my store. Oh, and then I've looked at them and said, oh, how are you? Don't, is it?
Man's like, I got
Guy
you.
in the back and I do my
Hey,
little
you're a
dance.
villain.
Did my little dance in the back
I
with my
got you,
team
bro.
members. And then walk back out there looking mad professional. And it's over for the person. So it's like, I feel like rejection builds character.
100%.
But nowadays, with these little boys, they don't know how to even move to gal. Because I remember at my workplace, when I was working in EE, and some little he saw some guys like, oh my God, I love her, I want to move to her. And I said, go move to her. He said, I don't know how to do it though, man. But I said, what? So what listen, I'm the best at Snapchatting gal and all this.
Lord.
I can't literally
I
move
ain't
to
got
them,
Snap.
boy. I don't know how to, help me, brother. I said, you want me to move to her foot? But I said, if I start chatting to her, she's due to just not even chat to you again. So I don't want to put you. I don't want to move to her, and she moves so mad for me.
It's tough
that
love, bro.
you don't even. She
It's
don't,
tough love,
she
bro.
don't even look at you like that. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta show him the ropes, bro.
The thing, you
I
could
don't-
only assist like Özil if you know the thing prior, and it's just like, oh, by the way, this is my dog.
Yeah, if
You can't chat to a team
Or
and said, oh,
your
by the
dog
way,
has
this
to,
is my
dog has
dog.
to be super like facially just be on point. Just so that she's like, yeah, I was onto him as well.
Yeah, he never succeeded in that mission.
But then in the context of the original question though, if man them are gonna get caught slipping by a media thing, what you man saying though? You getting caught?
Never.
That's an L.
No, but you don't think
never.
about it. You're not saying. No, but everyone's been called slipping by media thing though.
Say it's a 6 year, but the back's fat. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a back.
What do you mean? There's no such thing as a 6 if your back's fat. Your number goes up according to your back, brother. What are you talking about? What's man talking about?
Hey,
Have you got no
you know, we had that conversation about, you know, them yard man that just beats on big things. Bro,
Always, 'cause they're 10. The back is 10.
That makes sense.
Nah,
Nah, don't try. You're trying to take shots. I took shots on your podcast. You're trying to come back, yeah? Alright, say less.
That's why the yard man have the longest lighters, bro.
I'm telling you.
Brother, I'm saying a big back makes the price goes up according to the back. Because, bro, in the end of the day, let's be honest, when you're beating a thing, bro, you don't care about the face, bro. You're not looking down and saying, oh my God, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, nah.
You cares, bro.
Do you know what though? Man,
You
them,
don't cares.
it's an ego
I
thing.
like
Man, them
a
want the
nice
model
face, man.
woman.
Yeah.
Man, them because for me, I think like this, yeah.
Model woman deadbeat, is that you on them?
No.
Yeah, but big back doesn't mean that it's gonna be live as Pam.
But it's not gonna be. You're gonna enjoy it more because it plays your mind more.
It's your mind.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's gonna be the best or
But it's gonna feel better because the back is just shaking in front of you, bro. You're
Facts.
mad.
So you're telling me if you saw a Lengers like who's Margaret, like I don't know, fucking Sierra when she was young or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're telling me what? You're not gonna feel it the same because
No, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not.
Yeah,
the
you
back
man are
does something different, bro.
It does.
I
No,
think
it
so.
really does.
I'm
You know
so
it's-
visual with it.
you know
When I
it's-
see the back just doing the matching in front of me, it just gives me my brain.
Of course, it goes nuts. It goes
Maybe
nuts.
because man's half black. This is the other side, like not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Titty man.
No, I like a big back, but it's like
It does extra for me in sex, man.
I need a face as well, man. I can't just like
if
I know
you're
certain man
talking-
that can see a back and just say,
All right.
everything
What
else.
do you
I can't do
want?
that, bro.
A 10-10 face and like a dead body, like a.
How dead though?
Like
Like,
I'm swinging ironing board, yeah, but she's lit, yeah. But then you got a meaty thing. Let's say like a 5, 4 out of 10.
no.
The body crisp.
But you have to say leng face and a 5 body,
Yeah,
or a 5 face
yeah.
and
A 10 body. Go on. What are you going for?
Just to match up, I have to do the body still.
You have to.
Wife.
No,
Seriously, long term.
wife is face.
No, the face.
Is it?
Face.
Yeah, that's
Because
face.
I can build your body.
Long term, not in face.
I can build
Do you know
your
why?
body.
Do you know why? I can't do that.
I
I
can
say
build
this.
your body.
There's an African proverb that says yeah that when you plant corn next to a busy highway, you're always gonna have problems because people always gonna be picking at that corn. You see, when you got the leng gal, yeah, and we all know this, the lengest things have the zero substance,
Bro, if you live in a black
the
area,
lengest things have the substance. They ain't got hobbies. They ain't got nothing going for them. They just.
True.
I'm not gonna say all of you, but a lot of you are just leeches.
Relying on
just leeches, you know what I'm saying? Because you use your beauty as currency. Whereas the things that are more meaty, the 6 and 7s with the nice bodies, they've had to work on themselves. Why? Because you need to be the best version of you to get the best man you can get. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I call that? I call that like, you know, the footballer effect. And the reason why I say this, you know that brother that when we were younger,
Go on.
he was dead at ball, but athletically he was a savage.
Yeah, he's gifted.
So he never worked on anything else because he knows when he touches pitch,
Like Messi.
he's ripping it up.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Messi.
I'd say like a Lukaku more, just athletically gifted in it.
Okay.
Just a freak. So they don't work on the other characteristics, so they don't need to. You see, with pretty women, because they have to work on their mediums, because man just panders to them. Not all men, but loads of men simp to them. They don't build that other part of the character.
Which is why I prefer not to wife them in the long run than the other.
Yeah,
But you know, the wifing, when you're even talking about wifing, let's put looks to a side for 1 second.
Yeah, go on.
And let's stop thinking with our dick and start thinking with our brains.
I need cheeks.
Which
man.
is
This woman is raising your children, bro. Looks don't raise children, bro.
100.
Big back don't raise children,
It
bro.
helps though.
Mindset.
Big
raises
back,
children.
big back makes children though.
No,
It really does. It really does.
bro. I'm saying in general.
You see, I tried to be serious.
For real.
No, but like if we're talking about like I want to wife you, you're like my wifey, yeah. I've got to think about, do you even have an education? You know what? Let me tell you a story. Yeah?
The necessary characteristics.
I'm gonna give you a real life story. I know a man that breeded a thing because she's peng, super sexy area.
Schoolboy.
You know what he found out?
Schoolboy.
You know what he found out?
What?
The girl was not just dyslexic; she was super dyslexic.
So she can't spell her name in that.
She can spell her name, but it's really she's
But
really,
that's not
really
the problem.
basic.
It's how you work on that issue though. Because enough man that dyslexic.
No, he's found that out a year into the thing because one day he told her to do something, and her handwriting was as big as this, bro.
That's mad.
And he tried to get her to read a book, and she was reading and stuttering all the time, and he's like,
One girl can't read.
Wait, it took him a year.
Yeah, to find out.
Because it was
mashing, innit?
It was gas.
Mashing, and remember, more time our communication is not through that, isn't it? And you got spell check on phones now, so even if I don't spell, I can just pretend to
You can
kind of spell it right.
Writing, you have to actually think. Reading, you have to actually do. Does it make sense? And he said, now I've realised the majority of problems that we had in our relationship was her lack of understanding because of her education. And I said, dude, it's deep. So now she's going to be the mother of his children and raising his children. What do you think his children are going to learn?
Nothing.
So what does that mean now, the big back or the pretty face? What does that mean?
Doesn't mean anything still.
I'm still gonna go for the big back, bro.
So you don't care if your children are disabled?
We didn't add mad to it. We just add big back or pretty face. You give me the ultimatum, I'm choosing.
No, but this sense. You're gonna get done. You're gonna get done right.
And if you're gonna go deeper into it, I already said it. The girls who are more average looking have to work on themselves.
They have to.
So they're gonna be more inclined to do better than the girl with the pretty face. So the girl with the pretty face has everything handed to her. Let's be real.
On the plate, innit?
Everything's handed
The
to
thing
her.
is, what I look though is like when you look at being with a man and woman, it's like you want to have a partnership, and by that, like in any business, you don't want to get, if you're sick at marketing, you don't want to have a business partner who's sick at marketing. Then it's useless. You may as well do it by yourself. You want to
clash on the ideal.
Yeah, you want to get someone who has the weakness.
Of course.
Your strength.
Someone
is
that
their
complements
weakness.
your
Yeah,
weaknesses.
exactly.
Yeah, you have to, yeah.
So maybe not on the super dyslexic team because then you're going way too far with it. But I'm saying in terms of, if I'm the super smart one, she doesn't need to be super smart as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
True.
But it just means like if she's missing something, I need to not miss something major as well.
The caveat
Do
to
you know what I'm
that
saying?
though is that she's probably going to be doing the most of the child rearing.
Thank you.
So you might be the super intelligent one, but then what is she passing on to your kids? Because you ain't got the time or the resources to continuously raise those children.
The thing is, it depends because in terms of, we're talking one extremes, I'm talking, she's got to have that literacy to even be able to, for me and her to even get,
so she's got to
get to that point. You got to have some prerequisite, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100.
So, but it's a
so
thing.
you got to be super smart, but you can't be super dumb either. Like
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know how it worked in your household, but really and truly, when it came to homework, it used to be like, when I was young, it used to be like, you know what? mum's gonna handle that one because
Right.
she knows that one. Do you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean my dad didn't completely know. But just in this particular realm, they're gonna handle that one.
I ain't gonna lie, I did homework with myself, bro.
Yeah.
One time I would have been trying to do homework, bro. I'd be real.
Nah,
But
well,
I hear what you're saying. In terms of
bro.
the dynamic, it makes complete sense because it's important that you have some level of balance.
Because I used to think that I wanted someone like me, but when I'm seeing men who are dealing with women exactly like them, it's a problem still.
Yeah, don't work.
There's too many chefs in the kitchen, bruv.
But it's mad though, because initially that's what attracts you, innit? Fiery attitude. You think, yeah, like she's kind of. I know, but like,
Do you know what?
You know what it is?
Initially though,
For me, being raised by a non-black mum, yeah, my mum is passive in a lot of things. Like
Okay.
I can count on the time my hands I used to beef my mum. So you know how some man grew up and they like the toxic love, yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
See me, I was super avoidant. I said, once you show me one toxicity,
Yeah,
Long.
bro, I was gone. But I see a lot of men get sucked in. I've never liked
but
it.
it's real, you know.
I think the search for someone that's like you is also like a cognitive dissonance with your self-awareness. Because what you've done is you've highlighted the good points you have, but not the negative ones.
Yeah.
So when you find someone like you, they've got all the negative points that you hide away from,
Chaos.
and they're making it visible, and that makes you even more angry. Because if someone's got problems that you can work on, I can work on these problems. But when you're seeing a mirror of yourself,
Chaos, innit?
it's problem. That's like the black on black thing.
Trust me.
You see another brother that looks like you, and it's that self-hate.
mad,
So
innit?
I want to get onto my man.
Deep roots,
It's the
bro.
same thing with the girl. If I want a girl that's just like me, and I haven't done the necessary work on myself to be aware of my flaws, then I'm going to see my flaws in her, and that's going to create even more of a conflict. So self-awareness, I always say, is so important. But man, they ain't conscious enough to even have that conversation, bro.
And I think that's what breeds the whole toxic talk, innit? Like the relationship wise, like in shouting, like get out of my house and beating up, but then they stay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
That kind of mad hold, innit? That mad hold,
bro.
It's like, you can't leave.
I was
It's
working.
fucked, you
I
can't
was
leave.
working in North. I was doing a job in North, yeah, and I seen the girl throw my knife, throwing his stuff out the window. She's called the police, bro.
Okay.
Police have come,
Even.
and they said he tried to hit me, and the police took him. Bro, she's running down the police car. No, I didn't mean it.
See?
I love it.
All
Bring
that
it back.
is fucked.
No,
That
Bro,
love is fucked.
Different level of toxicity,
Yeah, that's
bro.
fucked.
My boy, he cheated on his thing. You know what she done? She called the feds and said that he punched her up. They come and bagged him, and then she picked up the daughter and was just waving like, "You're never seeing your daughter again."
No,
Yeah, fam.
that's some EastEnders thing, boy.
Bro. I know better stories like this. I know another guy. He had his main babes. Then he had one girl that he was dealing. The main girl he was dealing, she found out they had another babes. She waited for him to go to the tea.
And then-
she called it. He went jail 5 years, bro.
5 years.
He got 5. Well, he done like 2.5, but he got 5. Yeah.
Dead.
See, girl are scary. When they want to get a man, it's
They
different.
ruin it.
Because
There's
when a
no
girl,
scorn like a woman's.
bro, different.
No,
They're
you're
different.
right.
I got a question for everyone. It says, when you fall out with people, do you think that they post subliminals against you?
What, on socials?
Yeah.
Women or men, or just both?
Just both.
In general.
Man, them, to be honest, the man I'm around, it's more tight knit now. And
not really.
Even though I fall out with man, I'd like to think the man that I'm around wouldn't stoop to that wetness.
But what do you
That's
think
wet.
they actually do, though?
I think women do, but I don't think
100% women do.
Man, no, I don't think so.
I'd be real. The man that I keep around me, don't.
Bro,
You don't really, yeah.
Imagine me was like on a social thing that they're posting, like
Man, them don't.
totally keep real friends around you and all that kind of
Imagine me and you fall out. Would we post with subliminals, bro? That's
Nah, man, them.
I'll just put you in a headlock.
Straight.
Raw, man said,
No, it's true.
quick.
Women do like
Give him a nookie in it.
a noogie.
Nah, but
Women do that for real. You know what? Yeah, like if you put like a woman, yeah, or whatever, she'll be like, "Whoa, like what part of God's plan?" Like she put, but man, stuff you, raw. She put mad things in
the
her
man is
things.
quotes,
She put mad things in her
the
things.
quotes that make you have to text her like, yeah, what? Is that how you felt?
That's real. That's real. You know when you have to text someone and be like, bruv, like, stop it. Like,
Like, no, like what?
Yeah,
How you
man.
felt all the time? Like,
Because they know
Everyone's
you
been
so
there.
well, they'll find one thing that's gonna irk you, and they'll
Yeah.
pick that one thing. And
Are
then
you
just,
right? Are you serious? You go nuts at it.
Bro,
innit?
do you know what? My mum did warn me about that because
It's
I
real?
used to be a hothead, very hot. So even with my sisters, I'll get very, very mad, bro. My mum said, listen, you have to understand it. See, women, we got no power. So we use our words to get to you. If you don't understand that, that's when you end up doing the mad thing. Yeah? Women use words to get to man. So they're very, very artistic. They're very careful. See these quotes? There might be a quote, random quote for Google, but it's going to hit your self-esteem, bro.
It's true.
And you know what it is?
It's target. It's a nuclear bomb, bro. Girls
It'll knock you down, innit?
Their words are nuclear warheads, bro. If you ain't got your defenses up, you're gonna get hit.
And the thing is, well, I learned that from young as well. Like from my sister, I say my sister fat shamed me into getting into shape, bro. All them times we used to get into arguments, she used to call me fat. I said, no, fuck this. I've had enough now, fam.
My family's a bit more like I let it slide if it's just a girl that used to date though. You fat small dick nigga, and you're like, what? Fam, you are tweaking. Fam, that same night, yeah, I'm gonna catch the body. Because the feeling, that the word triggered me, innit?
Yeah.
And as a guy, you can't let it go.
Small Willie.
Right? Fam, I'm losing it.
Trauma.
Fam, I'm
don't do
losing
that. Don't just post a quote about being broken, leveling up. Who you leveling up?
I leveled you up. It's true.
But the constantly out there, bro, she'll make you text her ASAP, bro.
I don't know about you lot, but posting subliminals, like a woman doing that for me, that's like one of the things that, you know what, yeah, I used to get mad about it, but I've realised something. Women, you see, even I think one of our guests came on, Shul came on, and she said, we release our tension by beating. So we have sex and release tension.
Who said that? Man or girl?
And the girl said that. Said, raw, men release their tension by beating.
Oh, okay.
So like, if man's having a bad day, man might just want to go home. Man's putting in work. But women, their way of releasing stress is by venting. And I was like, you know what? I actually really had to ponder on what she said.
They start nagging, bro.
Yeah, so I understood.
Is that more anecdotal or is that more factual, though?
No, I think that's factual. From what I've seen my whole life, because I've always wondered, why is this woman always telling my business when we're going through our problems? And then she's like, who am I meant to go to? And I'm like, bruv, go to God, bruv. What's wrong with you, bruv? Flipping hell, bruv. Why are you telling everyone my business?
Everyone knows now.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now I understand that a woman like going on social media and writing that comment against you, that's so subliminal that nobody will understand it except for you two. Yeah, only you two will understand what she's saying. It's her way of letting off a little bit of this stress, even though as men we're not gonna ever understand what the hell that means.
Yeah,
but to them,
we know the inner savage. Yeah, even though you're saying that only you two know, but a real savage will see like, she's going through some shit. That's my chance.
That's my chance to slide in. Do you know what? Do you know why that might actually be rooted in fact though? Because Jordan Peterson says it in how men and women behave in certain instances. Yeah. So men are better. That's why men are more high risk, etc., etc. Men are better at being in solitary situations where I can just be by myself, alone in my thoughts. Yeah? Whilst women are naturally social. So that's why if you look at what women tend to do in terms of work, they work in social environments, they work in nursing, teaching, social care, plus places that involve people, whilst men work in the high risk jobs like tech where you're by yourself or building, etc., etc. They don't work in the rich men don't work in social environments. So for women, being in social environments when they can display their emotions, because obviously they're highly emotionally driven, the chemicals in their body make them that way, means that they need to vent, which kind of gives it that bit of validity. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas a man will just be like, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, I'll just chat to the man and be like, bro, this is what's going on.
Yeah, simple.
Whereas homegirl needs to tell that person, and it all needs to come together.
And it's funny you say that because even the way, like, I don't know if you've ever tried to, like, console a girl, like say she ain't got a job the way you do with a man them, it don't play out the same way. So if you say to your girl like she ain't got a job, like ones though, we go again in it. She'll be like, what do you mean? Like, what you being insensitive, like, bro?
It won't work. It will never work.
It's not gonna bag for you at all.
That's bad though, innit? It won't be alright. Like women can't have that same. Like women flow differently. But I think I don't know. Like guys, it's funny because like remember she said that she goes, and not only will a woman vent, she'll vent to her next man. She did it with Chesh, you know. She'll be like women are so tapped, like they'll vent to a next man you don't know about all your internal shit, you know. You're thinking, remember she.
But you see, I don't necessarily see a problem with that as long as they're not dropping your name or your face in there. Because
bro knows you.
Wait.
I'm looking at my man.
Let me land you. If you don't know, I'm saying you don't know because
he's gonna know somewhere.
I would say girls need to take away the naivety. Girls need a male perspective to help articulate the issues in their life. So if they got a proper man that can say from both perspectives, alright, cool, this is what's going on, this is what's happening, this is how to overcome that obstacle, because she needs the male lens.
They're gonna know you though.
Women can't think from a male. Not as I was saying, as long as she's not dropping man's name and saying this. No,
I'm saying, but like he will know you from how she's talking. He'll know it's you. Who else?
How's he gonna know it's you?
Because how else, like, who else
Brother,
would
if
be
she
talking about
comes
that
to
deep?
and says, like, this is what's going on with me and my fella, yeah? And you don't know who the fella is. Come on, that as long as there's no relation, cool. Because I always say, women, in order for women to understand men, women can't understand men. We understand women because why? We pursue them. We need to understand how our prey maneuvers in order to catch them. They don't catch us, we chase them. So for them to understand how our mind works, they need a solid male that isn't just trying to cheat them to give them proper objective
We're all trying to
information.
cheat, bro. If you're definitely that guy that's giving bare gal advice. Don't take advice from him because he's trying to be. He's trying to act like your friend so he can smoke out your insides and give you the
I say men and women can't be platonic unless a man's learnt discipline. You get what I'm saying? If
Even then,
Oh, you're
even
not
then.
attracted.
or you're not attracted.
Because I don't want to bait him out. I've got some female friends that are my friends, and I
But I'm not
I
attracted.
don't want to.
Even if a girl's ugly, one day when you're feeling in the gutter and you're going through depression, bruv, you look at her and
I'm
you're like,
disciplined.
you know what?
You would.
I'm a man of discipline, bro, and I've practiced this shit for this exact reason. That's how I can speak the way I
Bro.
speak. It's a very small minority of men, bro.
But when you have a female friend, you have to have boundaries in the sense of like.
Don't have no female friends. They all
Swear
want to
down.
film, man.
You're fully active.
I ain't got no female friends, I swear to God, I ain't
No,
got
but
one.
I hear it
I
for
got
certain
one.
man.
Don't do that,
I hear
don't
it
do
for
that.
certain man. I see that. See me. My world perspective is that I love to learn from people. I
Okay.
think people have the most interesting experiences. You can learn things you can never learn.
ain't got time to
If you're
listen to
able,
none of these guys
I
telling
love
me
to
their
learn,
long-
innit?
telling
So
me
that's
their
why
long
me.
stories.
I always say learn to.
Nah,
Learn,
man.
I always say put yourself out your comfort zone because that's
Okay.
where true growth resides.
Yes, of course.
You grow the most when you're uncomfortable, bro,
Yes.
and that means having uncomfortable conversations with everyone. That's how I grow. That's how I learn because I can never know your experiences. I can talk to you and learn from you. The same with a female. I can only get the information unless I talk to you and learn from you. But at the same time, with a lot of men and my natural urges, you might be driven to do a bit more once you've seen the vulnerabilities. Because that's what man them do. The friend zone man them will see a vulnerability, they'll wait, they'll be patient, wait for
years,
time to
you know?
strike. For years, bro.
them
They will
years.
sit there. But brother,
And it,
that's what I'm saying. It's important as a man, learn discipline because not everybody should be a target. Not everyone's your
You
prey.
say
fam.
learn discipline, but most men are undisciplined because the society that we grow up in doesn't actually preach that. So
100%.
when you're saying
That's
learn
why we're here,
discipline, learn discipline, 9 out of 10 men won't learn discipline, and they will never even know what that word even means.
There's the aspect of there's not enough men raising their kids, etc. There's so many different variables that come into
No,
that.
that's because people are just not Muslims. That's the truth.
That's a whole different conversation. I'm not Muslim, bro. Now what am I saying? What you telling me?
So you're 1 out of a million. Your love is a 1 in a million.
must be, bro.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man.
But
Bruv.
I'll be here preaching that, bro. 100%. And when I
Bruv,
have
you're
sons, I'll be
419, man.
preaching it.
Stop allow it from. You're Nigerian. You'll finesse anyone. But what I'm trying to say is, look, let's move on to the next
I'm
topic.
a comfy still, don't worry. Rice and peas.
Aye, can you take a woman back that used to be yours but sleeps with another man and then she wants you back? Could you do that?
No.
wait, what?
I'll be careful.
So can you take a woman back that used to be yours? So, all right, you used to have a relationship with this woman.
Okay.
She goes off. You both break up. She goes off. She has another man. He's beating her out,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then she
she
leaves
clocks
him.
that you're
Can you
better.
take her back now?
If you was really hungry and you gave your food away to your boy, would you have it back after? Like,
Never.
There you go. You're done with it. Like,
Proper. That analogy there, spot
You're
on.
done. When
But
you're
if she
done.
never beat someone else, would you take her back then?
So for me, this is me personally. Well, see me, I'm one of them people. I will stay in something until it is dead. Like until it is absolutely. I don't make erratic decisions like a woman. I will stay in it till I'm absolutely certain it is dead. So for me, that box I put you in because of how deep
can't
and
get out
dark
that box,
it's
man.
impossible. So like, I'm not saying man should do that, but there's no. You know, some people kind of keep them there. Once I'm gone.
I say
Social
this. You're speaking purely objective, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
When you've got love involved, bro,
Yeah, it's different.
Like you love this girl, yeah?
It's different.
And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. But somewhere inside you still got that love. Like,
No.
I wish this worked out.
No, but
It's
this
true.
is what I'm saying. To my detriment, bro, I will stay with a girl so that the love will die, bro. I'm like, you know, some man, they'll
end.
No, do you know what I believe?
The hell end.
He emails things.
Just
I believe, bro. He emails things, bro. When
Bro,
things
when
blocked
I
him,
was
he
young,
just-
bro. When I was young, man. Young ones.
I said hotmail.com days, bro.
Young
damn,
ones.
son.
Like, it was Hotmail times, man.
You know you're down bad when you email the girl. You're down bad.
Email.
Yeah, it
That's
was
down
mad.
bad.
Love's
boy.
real, bro. That's what I'm
Email.
trying to say. Because you see, right now, us man, I'm not speaking from a place where I'm deeply in love. I can speak objectively and say, nah, never. But when I think to myself, the second one where you said, if she hadn't slept with my man and she tried to come back to me, I have to think, bro. If I really love this girl, yeah, would that make an excuse to take her back? I can't really say no.
Well,
definitively, I couldn't say no definitively.
I think it depends.
If she beat though, that's a no because I already imagine my man breaking the back doors in.
Just mashed it in.
He's enjoyed her.
Yeah.
He's had fun with her.
Especially when you know the pom pom's good as well.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, you can't do it.
And that's where man just reviews now. And the next wavy. What?
You can't do it.
You gave him that.
You can't do it.
The two
You can't do it.
bro.
What I'm saying though,
You can't do
if
it.
love is love, yeah. If you fully love the
no,
girl,
no, no.
but see me, for me to break, me personally, when I leave a girl, there's no coming. But you see me, because you know what it is. I've always made myself a vision in my mind, yeah, is that the whole thing of keeping in contact with them, if I butt them and she's even spoke to another guy, I'm going mad. So you know what, it's better just to, rather than having that awkward phase where I see certain man, they'll look up a girl for 3 months, they'll go link her 3 months later, she's gone out, she's lips one guy, now he's fuming. That whole exchange, it's just for me simply, once you let her go, whatever happens.
Bro, my grandpa did that with one of his wives. My grandpa married 4 women. Yeah, he had 4 wives. Yeah, the second one left to find something better.
Okay,
she tried to come back. They even got kids for this woman, and everything. She come groveling. I said, "Nah, move. The guy you left before, go back to his house."
Yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He had
The
better
one
options,
thing I can never accept, I don't care what a woman's done before me to a certain extent.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Let me say to a certain extent, because if she told me she's a prostitute, I just can't wife her. She just has to know that.
And trained in that.
What level of prostitution though? Like was she
what?
shutting her feet in that?
The flip, bro.
No,
all
he said that
prostitution.
OnlyFans like
Trains, bro.
I don't give a damn, bro. Once you can sell something for a piece of money, like a wise man said to me, anything she can sell for a piece of money, she can sell you out for a piece of bread. Never ever get it twisted. When a woman can sell herself for a piece of money, she can sell you out for a piece of bread. So never get it twisted.
I'll be honest, we're on the same thoughts. We're just testing what you.
Yeah.
So basically, if I'm with a woman, and I love her, I love deep. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, man, and try to act like some tough guy, bro. If I love a woman, bro, I'm like in love, like I'm in that kind of love, like man's Jodeci and all that, bro, like proper love, you know. I'll cry for I'm on all that stuff, you know, like one wish, I'm on all that stuff. Ray J, heart, icebox where my heart used to be. But what I'm saying is, I'll love a woman that deep, so if she does leave me, or like I leave her, or the relationship breaks, I'm hurt anyway. So you see the moment that I hear that flipping George is beating you out, first thing I'm doing is saying, George is not even as nice as me. You went downgraded. You make me sick, bruv. That's the first of all. Look at him, broke boy.
What if Jamal's litty though?
But if he's litty, that's even worse, son. I'm like, anything he is, I'm hating. Like flipping drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Flipping drug dealer. And then when I know she's mashing it, bro, it's like the thought of another man mashing.
I can't make that.
I can never, because even if I did go back here, I did one time do this when I was younger. I went back, and every time I was beating, I was looking down at her and I was like, I just imagine another man.
Bro,
I looked down at her and I thought of the other man, and I was like, my penis went down, and I was like, I couldn't
know that I've done that. I've had that same experience. I've never gone back to an old but a lot of men have done
I couldn't get.
Yeah, they have.
Horny, bro.
Another one, Could you wife a team who's had a threesome then?
That one's hot, fam. Nah.
What do you mean? What? Threesome with 2 gal?
Threesome with 2 man.
2 man training, just
So man run a train on her?
Spit roast.
No,
what
never.
they call it.
Never.
What do you mean? She's necking one and getting...
Let's say this is different.
Yeah.
You've met this girl, you feeling this girl, she's beautiful, she's got the back, she's got the brains.
Nope.
But in her hit, like she's at uni. She's at uni,
Okay.
she had a little threesome.
Nah.
What are you saying?
2 man just drilled it, never. Train, you know.
Why?
Bro.
Go on.
Train.
I've had nightmares of this shit, bro. It scares me, fam.
Even with girls,
I would never do it.
Even with 2 girls.
I don't. You see that?
The thought scares me.
Did she tell man before man got in the relationship, or man's in the relationship now?
You're in it and you just thought one day you're just questioning something and you say, or you might have watched something, oh, babes, you had a threesome before.
Right.
It just comes up in jest.
That's about. I don't know what I do.
I don't know
what I do. I'm being honest. I don't. If I'm in the relationship, if she told me from the beginning, she a hoe, man.
Never.
I'm not gonna treat.
But if you're in a relationship, your head will be hurting still.
Forever hurt.
What, the train or the
Threesome, bro.
The train, bro.
The train thing.
Nah.
Cause you know that the thing you were saying there. You see, if you told me it was a threesome with 2 girls, well, before I would have looked a bit in the relationship, I might ride it, and I might
With two girls?
If it was two girls, I might ride it. But
maybe.
maybe. But even then, it will hurt.
Even then.
Because I'm not into it. Like you know, certain men who are into that,
True.
then they'll
That
feel
me.
it. But I'm not into that.
That's key. The key thing
me.
there, because you see what is, I try to be liberal in some cases and be like, do you know what? Everybody has a past and whatnot. But brother, my imagination is too wild. Because I ain't gonna lie. I've been in. I've seen that. I've seen what man them do to girl in that situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Man
as much
said
as
that sounds very detailed.
fam, man's been in certain situations. You know what I'm saying?
No cap.
That's all I was gonna say.
No
Man's
cap.
been, and I know how it looks, bro.
It's mad.
I was thinking, you can't be my girl, man. Don't you?
Never.
Because it's not liberation to me. It's not. You can't.
It's mad
You
though.
can't be in control of that situation.
No, but it's
No,
mad though.
you can't, yeah.
Bro, do you know how mad it is? I've seen gal that we used to do things like that too, yeah. And I see them with man now. And I'm just like, shit, boy. Only if you knew what that gal
Yeah,
done.
but someone's got to love him, you know.
Yeah, so eventually someone has to, innit?
no.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? You know what it is?
Simps.
Free, no, but one thing I'll say,
Weak men.
the threesome thing, yeah, is like, that's what we see as levels above, yeah. But one of my Aki brothers, some of the girls who I've dated who I'd see as queens, who might have had a one night stand, that's how they see that girl. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like what your
There's
threshold
levels to
is.
it. Yeah,
I know
yeah.
some of my Aki guys are like, if she slept with 3 men, she's a whore, bro.
It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas for me, I'll be like, oh, what, 10 man? That's
I
all
said
right, you
free.
know?
Yeah.
I said free girl in this environment.
That's what I'm saying.
You're practically a virgin, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah,
true.
that's what I'm thinking, like, what, only 3?
Only free. Like you good girl.
visuals, man.
I said, you wifey.
For real. For real.
You wouldn't
For
say
real.
that if you said 3 men like you. Because I'm a savage. I don't know about you lot, but if she went with 3 men like me, that Nani's mad still. I'm telling you.
Mad.
Anything that I've done with and you get with, that Nani's different, bro.
Fam,
I'm
just-
saying.
Yo.
Dug out, innit?
Bro.
Spit in the mouth, everything. Fam, raw. Do you know what? Yeah,
Oh, no, agrees in it. Look at
I don't care. I don't care.
Say it about her, man.
You know, yeah, but for me, so I feel right. Like man, desecrate that pussy. Yeah,
Yo, agree, I can tell you
I can't
agree,
imagine. I'm not man just
I can't wife the thing that's been
wiping the
with you,
semen all in the cheek. I can't imagine.
I can't wife the thing that's been
No, but
with
that's
you,
what...
You can. No, you can.
I can see you get hella ghosts.
No, but that's one thing
gotta follow through.
Tiny Boost must have said. He's just like, it's not the body count, it's who caught the body. There's certain man that I know, when I see them following certain things, you're like, what, you follow my man or my man follows
That
you?
means
there's
there's something
certain man
that-
that I'm just like, he's wild, fam.
Yeah. You're wild too, man. Be easy to talk. I know you're wild too.
No, but I'm saying,
Don't cap, nigga.
when you say 3 men, she's been with 3 men, just imagine 3 guys like you.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Like 3 guys packing like you, 3 guys mashing like you,
And
3 guys
5 being
moving
deep.
mad,
And 5
moving
being
But the
mad
thing is,
like
if she's
you.
That's too
attracted
much
to you, if
competition,
she's
fam.
attracted to you, she's probably been with brothers like you.
Right. True.
Yeah, but different versions of you.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but it's still the same of the
Nah,
same.
it's not.
It's still the same with the frame.
You come with something different.
No, but you come with something, it's of the same spectrum, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what fucked up man's head is, just like, oh my God, like, man kind of looks like me, or man kind of like, has some traits that are similar. Obviously, you're your own person.
Will that make you insecure?
No, because you know what it is? I believe I can finesse anyone, so the fact that she got finessed by someone that can finesse anyone is like, you're only human.
Charges to the game, innit?
I'm not the only. You know, one thing I've clocked here is that one thing we have to realise, there's certain girls that I've fucked up and I've treated like a scumbag, but they were beautiful souls and amazing in every way. I'm just a shit person. So the thing is, like, sometimes someone's gonna be a day in the office for you, but those girls that I might have mashed up back in the day, if I'd met them now as a single person, I'd probably be with them.
Yeah. Probably
would,
But
innit?
at that time, I was just a
Yeah,
shit
'cause I'm
person.
young, naive, and just wanna. Because when I was young, I was moving like rabbits, bro.
Trust me.
Do you know what I'm saying? I was trying to hump anything that I saw, fam.
Alright, another question. A woman that says she's been single for 5 or 6 years, do you think that she has problems?
How old is she?
There's no age. She just says I've been single for 5, 6 years.
It has to be an age, though.
But if she's young, like 15 to 20, then.
And it depends, because I know what.
I know
You
it's
know what I'm saying? Like, but
15
young.
to 20?
No, like
she
young.
ain't illegal, mate.
Just say young, like that's whatever it is.
She's at
20, 25.
20, let's say she's 25 to 34.
Doing it
5 years.
just because, like, I don't want to get too specific, but add some context, because I know one girl, her fucking fiance got chefed and she never recovered from that. She was single for time. So what's the? She's just single because or
That's a rarity,
is there
though,
a
man.
reason?
Yeah, that's
a rarity.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, or some girls like they've been fucked up by one brother or whatever.
Yeah.
Like what is the reason that she's
But
just
truly
because
single. Like
just because she's on Hot Girl Summer, she's just out here like what?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Though? To throw a caveat, I hear what you're saying, but 5 years is still an excessive amount of time.
That's a long time.
That's a very long time.
That's
You're
a
saying,
long time.
2-3 years. Like how long really do you take you to recover? Let's be
5
real.
years.
If I get chefed, I want my girl to she needs to.
No, but
Yeah, you want your girl, but actually, you know what I'm saying? 2 years, she's like, oh, Daily's gone.
It's real. It's true. 5 years is a long time.
But he's gone now.
I hear it. I hear it.
You know what I mean? So like, I think if you're going between the ages of 25 to about 35, give it that 10-year window, I'm gonna say there is, because the reason being, if it's a man, fair enough, because men, we don't get pursued. But as a woman,
Trust me.
you're constantly being pursued every day
Daily.
of your life. You can't walk to the shop without a man trying to do something.
If you're letting you have like 20 opportunities to have
So
sex
you
every
can't
day.
basic.
Every
You
day
can't
you have
tell
20
me
opportunities to have
in a
sex.
game of ratios, you've had 5-year period where somehow you haven't managed to retain a man. Remember, men are judged by the quantity of women they can get, whilst women are judged by the caliber of man they can keep.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? So there must be something fundamentally wrong with you if you've gone through a 5-year period of not being able to hold down a man. Then you're the problem at that point. If you're actively dating in that market as well.
Unless it's by
So imagine,
choice. Unless it's by
imagine
choice.
if the only other alternative is that you're celibate or abstaining from sex. If you're doing those things, then fair enough. Because in this day and age, sex is the currency. A man's not going to take his time with you unless he's having sex.
Trust me.
If you're having sex, there's no reason why you haven't retained a man in a 5-year window between the ages of 25 and 35. 100%.
But coming from our world, it's more taboo. But coming from your world as an act here, well, she's just a good ukti sister, and she's just like, I'm waiting for my husband.
Yeah, 'cause if she's a good sister, then obviously she should be pursuing trying to get married, and most women want to get married, but then you got to ask yourself what real questions now: is she pursuing marriage, or is she pursuing the thrill of being chased for marriage? Because just because she's a sister doesn't mean that she's not going to be having bad ways about her. Does that make sense? She's still a female, and she has female tendencies.
Yes.
No matter what. The only thing that may be a little bit different is that she might not actively be pursued because she's covering up. So men are not going to see her body and see how she looks. So men are just...
But there's still cultural variables that will allow her to.
Bro, man don't know I was the hijabi striker.
But even so, there's Musmatch, bro. There's Musmatch, bro. That if really being serious.
Pushing man off, fam.
Yo, fuck guy. Cause
What do you mean? You used to move the gal in hijabs?
Bro, bears.
And they used to have it?
Bro, of course, fam. Women are women,
Still women,
fam.
yeah. Exactly. Women,
Bro,
doesn't matter.
It's all for gazy, man. It's all the facade, man.
and he's not lying, bro. Girls,
Bro, you know it's the receipts, man. Have
girls,
receipts that was
there's
sending.
girls
Yeah,
that
but you better mind that when you meet that Somali girl and her brother comes through, bro.
Yeah,
He catches you, you might get chefed in the
bro,
neck.
I look slightly Somali, bro.
No,
Bro, I look slightly Somali.
no,
I'll
man
bust
can't
it
have you
still.
just. You know what I mean?
If you don't know the first words when they say, guess how?
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah, you're done.
No, but that's you
5 years.
you can't trust gal in this thing.
But wait, 5 years single doesn't mean like she ain't cool bodies though.
No,
Yeah,
no.
she probably
That's
has
what I mean.
got-
It's
it's 5 years.
contextual. It's contextual. What I'm
Yeah.
saying.
She probably has got bodies.
Probably has.
5 years of being active in the dating market. There is no reason as a woman
impossible, man.
why you shouldn't have locked something down.
Alright, cool. So Zizi Mills said that she's been on hundreds of dates. She said you men are not creative anymore.
Get out of
Now, let me just
Zizi Mills is an average girl though.
She's really not.
She's in a scene where she has to be a bit more careful. She's like with you, like with the screenshot thing. You think man, they're waiting to out Zizi, bro, for clout. She's a person of
Now, I'm
status.
saying she's going on dates.
Yeah, but
with
she
guys.
was mad though.
Yeah, but one thing I was
Yeah,
saying,
mad, you know?
she even said it herself, yeah, because she's such, I suppose, an alpha woman, is off-putting to a lot of men. Like, a lot of men, they might fuck
There's no
these,
such
but they
thing
don't.
as an alpha woman.
That's why I put alpha
That don't
woman.
even exist, man.
But alpha woman in terms of, that's what she's,
Right.
such a tigress, she's not in her feminine in terms of
do you think
submissive
though,
energy.
for what we call her alpha, that she's that? Because I feel like the way she talks, she
man.
wants to submit, bro.
She does. It's
The way
true.
she talks, she's just waiting for the right guy
Right,
to come and
she's
just lock her
cat.
down.
Maybe.
Because to me, she don't like. I'll say someone like Steph London comes across as more masculine.
100%.
Yeah, but even like little things, actually, probably still, with Steph.
In terms of like masculine
but the
and
thing is,
femininity.
the way Zizi talks, like coming on saying that she experienced like her first lesbian experience.
things.
She's flirting with bare, like bro, like it's a lot to be out.
That
there.
doesn't help.
No man look at you. I want that. No one.
And all the women you date probably have had those similar sorts of experiences.
Yeah.
But so on that note, a lot of women's value is attributed to their social perception. Of
course.
So how you're seen socially will determine your value in that society.
100%.
That's why. This is why I always say, yeah, like I will maintain that the body count thing now is meaty to talk about to gal, yeah. But why is it meaty? Girls made it something meaty because it's a way to mark their social standing immediately. They don't want that because again, it forces them to take accountability. The reason why girls have made a body count conversation look like you're such a child for asking it is because it makes them look shit.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Because a girl wants to be able to say, yeah, I've already had sex with 2 people, but you can't. Because you know for a fact, if you say 10, 20, 30, the man's gonna be like, ugh.
And us as humans, we all do it. It's just like now, a lot of money isn't everything, but a lot of broke boys will say like, we'll get onto women that want security in some way.
Yeah.
And bro, like, there's nothing wrong with a woman wanting security in some way. It doesn't mean that's the only thing she wants.
100%.
But, bro, like, all because you're signing on, like, doesn't mean you get to get the 10 women. That's not how it works. Do you know what I'm saying?
But at what point do you feel like, is there a point, like, in regards to age or life, like, where they are, like, body count matters or don't matter? So let's say a woman 30 plus, do you expect her to have a body count of like 25?
Body count don't matter at that point no more.
That's what I'm saying, like,
If you've been actively dating, if you've been active in the market, like breakups, whatever. Because the thing is, it's like a CV. You see when you go to a company, yeah, you've had 10 years working in different companies, they want you to explain the step-by-step process of how you got here.
Right, yeah.
If you've got an explainable story, do you know what, I was with him for 3 years, then I had a bit of fun here, and I was with another man for 4 years. Cool. But if you've lost track of your CV, I can't employ you, blood. I need to understand what's going on.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
after the age of 30,
the reason it don't matter, but it still needs to be understandable. Just because, because the question before about the 5-year period, there's a reason why there's 5 years and no relationship. So if we hit a stage where I'm considering you as someone serious, then I need to understand what the variables are of what didn't work in the past to know whether that's gonna potentially be an issue for me. If you can't explain those things or the story's sounding fugazi, there's a problem here that you're not willing to identify. And one of the problems that we always talk about with women is that accountability element. So have you grown or learned anything from your previous encounters? If the answer is no, then me and you're not going to work. Because I'm not going to be the one to teach you. And I always say that people both need to be on their growth journey. If you have a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, they're going to grow apart. You either need to be a fixed mindset with a fixed mindset or a growth mindset with a growth mindset. If you're not willing to adapt, you're going to have problems. And a lot of gal have fixed mindsets, bro.
And see me as a man, yeah, I see my brain isn't like the cloud. It's more like a hard drive in the sense of I can only process a certain amount of information at the same time. So certain things that I just know slightly what the answer may be, I don't bother asking what the answer is because you see that question of body count, yeah? And it's why I don't want to go too much in this because it's an old conversation, but just to round it off before we move on, yeah? The conversation's an L because if you tell me a low number, I'm going to assume you're lying. If you tell me a high number, I'm going to look at you mad. So why upset myself and let me just move on in this moment right now.
Your characteristics will determine, or how you behave will determine whether what is and what isn't. And that's how it switched over. So it went from the body count thing to just analysing you, your persona as an individual. How do you move when you're in social context? Now we're talking, how are you moving on Insta? Are you too revealing? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? What's your mindset like? When you start to understand these nuances in the person's personality, that's when these questions become meaty. But for a lot of people, bruv, how many people are cognizant enough to really sit down and deep these things?
And like, one thing that taught me as well is I spoke to Ed about this before. I had a girl that I was kind of fucking with for a bit, but I wasn't taken serious, so she locked me. Then when she got a man, I was trying to chat to her. She was not having none of it. And she wasn't a saint. She wasn't a grease, but she wasn't a saint. Then the girl that I had before, she held her virginity till 22 for me. And I still caught her chatting to another guy, bro.
Even still.
So that whole thing doesn't mean anything.
Confusing, bro.
That makes sense.
Because you think there's a template to how this shit should work,
right?
See what I'm saying?
Because
one of the maddest things that spun me was when I was at uni as well. Yeah, there was one girl that was onto me. So like I used to do boxing at uni, innit? So obviously like I was quite bait at uni, whatever. So I had this Amber Rose looking thing, lemons, fat back, bro. I'm thinking, yeah. She's obviously hollered one of the people that know me. I said, listen, that girl's onto you. So I've gone over, I made conversation, whatever. And then boom. This is when I realised the body count thing was you can't talk about this. But obviously these times I was 19, I was still young. So I've had fun that night, didn't cheat the girl, but she's invited me to the yard the next day. So I've gone to the yard. I'm like, cool, I'm in. So we're just talking, have a small talk. One way or another, the question got the topic went on to body count. She's like, I've only been with 5 people. I'm like, 5, that's air. Yeah. But 4 of the guys came in one night.
So it changes the whole,
Whoa, say that again?
4 of the guys she slept with came in one night.
Allow it.
She fucked 4 men in one night?
In one night. So basically, her and the girl have gone out on the night out. They've both pulled the brother.
Ran through, man.
Yeah. So then those 2 brothers are switched. Yeah. So now they're fucking each other's gal. Yeah. Then the other brother that lives in the yard, bearing on this is at uni, so they live in like big shared accommodations. And next brother's come, seen everybody cheating, he's jumped in. Right. Another brother's come, seen everybody's cheating,
one session
jumped in. So one session, she's gone from 1 when she lost her V to 5. But like in the context of sexual conversation, if she says 5, because to me, she's probably thinking, I can say 5. And bro, she said 5 to me, and naturally you're thinking, 5's air.
Space,
you know what I'm saying?
At least the space.
When I heard how it happened.
I need a sound effect. Like,
when I heard actually laying them down, bro. One night. So that's when I knew from then on, that age, body count conversation is dumb. How do you move? What's your you can't determine that shit of body count, bro. You can't. What would you rather have? Yeah, a girl that slept with 5 in that situation, or a girl that slept with 10, but spread that over. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bro, I don't know.
No, 10. I don't easy,
bro. All I'm saying is, if a girl tells me that she slept with 4 men in one night and she was just getting battered and just getting mashed up. In my mind, like I said,
that's an orgy, bro.
I always, in my mind, I always have my own thoughts. See, women don't understand. Men like myself, I have my own thoughts.
Of what I would do, innit?
So in my mind, I'm like, how after I like smashed the thing like this, how would I look to her? I'd have been like, this king's a dirts, blood.
Afterwards, yeah.
But you're saying before you even lenged it, I was sitting there, I couldn't leng it. I went yard, bro.
You couldn't.
She didn't even talk to me after that. I couldn't do it. Cause all I'm thinking about, all these 4 different brothers.
Wait, stop. You didn't wife it, but I'm saying you never beat as well.
I didn't even chop it.
Why not?
Because I went to the yard to chop it. And when she said that, I was just so disgusted. I was like, I can't even chop you no more.
The head couldn't get around it.
Because you're not meant to ask some questions, bro.
I'm young. I'm 19 and we're talking about next things. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about bare different weird shit. And that comes to the conversation.
Now in my mid to late 20s asking that, bro.
You can't talk about them things.
You can't, innit?
You can't. But it's dumb. It's dumb.
Just enjoy it.
Any number a girl tells you, times it by 2. But anyway, listen. Straight. If she says 6, it's really 12.
But there's no point asking it.
It's no point.
We're big men, man.
So, alright, do lot. What's your most toxic trait?
Now you're trying to get deep, you know. Daily hit first, bro.
I know you lot are gonna lie right now, but don't lie. Just tell
bro, masculine shit, bro. I'll say it with chest, bro.
What's my no?
Go on.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your most toxic
I'm trying to
trait?
think now, still.
Yeah, it's not
you know what it is? Growing up here, see now I'm a young professional. Like I try to be very diplomatic, yeah. But sometimes I just when I get in certain situations, I'll just get flashback from when I'm a young G. You know, when you start moving erratic.
Yeah.
Like I just get like for example, the other day I was like, I've gone out with my girl, yeah. Like, what happened? We must have been out. And like 3 men must have come and 1 guy must have barged into me and I just wanted to write man off, bruv. I'm thinking, bruv. But then afterwards, I'm thinking like, blood. If I get done anything, you know, my job is gone. Like, you know, this doesn't even make sense. You know, you're looking at it and it's just embarrassing. And like certain things, certain situations where I'll just get erratic and just do erratic things. I'm looking back and I'm like, you know, when you're deeply regretful, like, why the fuck did I do that, bruv?
So you said on an emotional level, you tap into your feminine sometimes.
Yeah. But
I'm just moving on emotional side.
But I've even said it before, yeah. Growing up, single mum, raised with my sister as well, like, just women in the household. Because there's lack of masculinity, what I used to think was masculine sometimes is just like, if a man chats to you, it's turn up time, innit? Which that's not actually a masculine trait. That's very feminine. That's thinking on emotion.
But it's also toxic masculinity because then that's when it goes
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes I see myself and I tap in. Like even sometimes, like when I went to one of the places I worked in, I nearly got myself fired when I first went there because one guy spoke to me in a certain way, and obviously I'm thinking this is outdoors, and obviously I've just turned up on him. Bro, the guy was like head of compliance. He was going out of his way to get me fired, all because I can't manage my own emotions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's man.
That's a flaw, though. A big flaw, innit?
Big flaw, and bro, I tried to manage it all the time.
The main thing is that you're cognizant enough, and this is why I was talking about self-awareness and consciousness. You're conscious of these behaviours. There's a lot of men that can't even see that as a problem. You know? That's just who they are. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, my most toxic trait, is that in certain situations, I just think I know too much. So I won't even let certain things play out.
Right.
I might see something that you've done, think about other situations where this leads to the next thing, and I've already written you off.
Right.
I didn't even give you a chance.
Without hearing me out and then.
He does that a lot with girls as well.
I'm not nonsense
but
with it.
sometimes,
No, he does that a lot with girls though. Like sometimes I'll be chatting to him and like, fam, like,
she's gone.
you know, like you're going way too far with this. You don't even know. It's just like, nah, man. I'm just.
But so what? Writing off the possibility, innit? Just
it's right off.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't wanna hear
that can work as well as go against you, though. Like, it can work.
Bro,
for
more
you.
times
More did it work.
Probably,
yeah.
probably
But
gonna
you know,
make
you know what it is when it's getting to a certain danger zone. But you know when it hasn't even got there, it's just like, even if it is that,
Just hovering.
just
like,
bro, just play it out. There's no,
You know,
there's no love lost.
It's
from
like
playing
saying, you know when you see the drizzle and you're like, it's gonna pour down the rain, so I get the umbrella out. I'm staying in the yard. I'm never gonna leave the yard.
Where we're just like, there's no danger right now. Just let it play out.
But I'm like, nah, hurricane's coming. I'm still at home. The hurricane's coming, bro. But you might see the hurricane.
These times you've got your umbrella in your back pocket and you're still thinking like, nah, man, it's too hot. I'm just like, just let it play out.
That's my thing.
That's alright though, because like, so you're basically preparing for the worst and not letting it happen, essentially, innit?
Yeah, because bro, it is.
Yeah, I mean.
And it is. The reason why I'm that way, yeah, I tested it out, innit, where I had a girl, and it was a thing where let's see where it goes. And man got hurt for it.
And you thought never again.
Because it is, I ignored a lot of the stuff that I already saw coming.
It was there.
So in my head, I'm thinking, I know I'm right now. Because I already knew what was going to happen before it happened. And then it happened, and now I'm fucked. I'm sitting there. You know when when heartache hits you, bro, you can't sleep it off, you can't fuck it off. You just got to you got to immerse yourself in it and grow from it. So for me, before the thing, if I see certain characteristics, certain traits, I'm like, no, you're not the one. And the main thing I ask for is self-awareness. So when I see a girl isn't conscious or self-aware of her actions, it's a write-off. And for most girls, I could have a conversation with you and I'll clock you're not conscious and it's really locked off.
What about for you, man? What's your
most toxic trait?
I don't know. I think no, toxic itself. Like the word toxic, like as in that can be toxic, as in like.
In terms of toxic love or toxic?
No, like, I think love. If I'm fucked, I'll like dash a girl out of my house, yeah, call her an Uber, yeah, and then on the way home, I'm like, no, I miss you, come back, like all that mad. Like, outside that bare time.
All of us are the same. Everyone in this room has done that. Everyone in this room has done
I've
that.
done that still.
It's a flaw.
I've done that.
No, but I did too much, bro. I'll be like, you know, like,
You know, I just sat there and started thinking shit.
right, I've done it, and I'm like, no.
But you do that because you expect her to come back first. And then she actually did it. You're like, no.
Yes, it's there.
You know what?
You called your bluff, bro.
You know, you've done the pattern a few times and it always comes back. You're like, wait, this is longer than 10 minutes and she ain't coming back.
But Pong goes
I've done it bare times. I dashed it out the yard, like through the clothes out the yard, called her Uber, yeah. Just before she got yard, I was like, no, come back, I miss you. But the thing is, the girl came back and I was like, yeah, got that bitch. But I'm saying but I know that's my thing, fam. I'm bare. I get so emotionally invested, yeah, that I just start just a mad thing like.
That's just you being erratic, though, man.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you're just being erratic because, blood, really, in that situation, you should have sat down and thought about it. Alright, what are the pros and cons of this situation? Like, what's the outcome if I do this and what's the outcome if I do that? We're just thinking, nah, fuck this girl, get out of my yard. Or she's actually thinking, shit, I need a cuddle, bruv.
Man, fam, like, you know, yeah, like sometimes I think, like dinner's done. Like I ain't got no dinner. Like I got to call it back. Like little thing pop in my head. No dinner.
That's
wash clothes.
dinner, you know.
I think all that stuff is gone. Honestly, so I think it's just, yeah, fam, I'm definitely right on that. I don't know what to fam. No cap.
Show patriarchy without saying the word patriarchy, blood.
Do you know what, yeah, fam?
No dinner.
Do you know what, yeah, fam? I remember a girl that was so mad, yeah, fam. I walked off and she got in my way. I was like, get out of the way, yeah, fam. I walked. And for some reason, I just sat in time. He said, stop. I turned and just smashed the window. I don't even know how I did it, fam.
Wait.
That's mad.
No, I'm saying because you know why? Yeah, because
you know what makes it more toxic?
I felt like my anger wasn't enough. Like I felt like it needed to be more anger. And I didn't know. Like, I'm on spot. I just banged it.
But you know what's actually toxic here is if you do this shit for no reason. Is there a legitimate reason for why you behave this way?
Yeah, it was. But it's still that's
No.
like,
What's the reason though? If you can say.
Because I found that like she fucked bro like after some house party, like some random bro, yeah, and I just found I lost.
Was she your girl? She cheated on you basically?
No.
Like say you had a girl and then you broke up.
Yeah, and then I found out she smoked the guy at house party, and then but the thing is like she was doing the most for me, and I'm thinking, I'm thinking shit's too good. Like why is she doing this? And the way I jumped off, yeah, you know that 20 man time I saw red. I'm walking down the high road with bloody hand, like who wants smoke? I lost it, cuz.
You're trying to bang the first guy that
come
comes
high road. I was like, who wants smoke? My hand got bare blood. And I'm like, no, I'm tweaking, yeah. And the one thing I looked at my phone.
Brother, you're definitely tweaking,
I saw like 8 missed calls. I saw a voice, like, please come back. I'm like, no, she took me for a dick. I was losing, cuz. For me,
you went back and chopped in it.
Like, You're baggy.
You're baggy.
Not the same day, like, couple weeks later.
You went back that same day.
No, I
you
didn't.
chopped your
A
out,
couple
man,
weeks later.
and you woke up feeling like a dick.
No, a couple weeks later, fam, I'm walking down high road with blood in my hands saying, who wants smoke? To every man, every girl, I'm tweaking. And I was thinking, please, yeah, like, nick me, I don't care. But then I calmed down and I was like, it's scary to think how a girl could even have me moving like that.
Yeah,
I was like, no.
You gotta check yourself.
And
man.
I was like, man, be catching cases for real, you know?
Bro.
Like doing bird in prison.
That's
a
what
woman.
I say. If all the highest men, authority men, acted based on emotion, the world had already ended by
They'd
now.
be fucked.
100%.
They'd be fucked.
100%.
Every
Go
door
on,
gonna be
bro.
done.
You can't escape, fam. You know what I mean? What's your most toxic trait? What's your most toxic trait?
man?
You must have a fuck one, bro.
I don't answer my phone. I
There
just
must
don't.
be a worse one than that.
It has to be.
Nothing.
You, a whole you, bro.
That's not even that toxic, bro.
Bro.
Because every man does
No.
that.
I don't answer my phone. Like I'm talking about, I literally don't answer.
So why is
if
that
I answer my phone one day to you, bro, it's like, wow.
Why is that toxic?
Why is that toxic though?
Because sometimes, like, say, like, you got a missus or your mom or like someone important's calling. Like, you lot could be calling saying I'm outside. I'm just answering my phone.
But what makes
Yeah,
it
but
toxic?
that's not
though?
that's air, man.
that's more-
Like busy people don't answer their phone like that, bro.
I just don't
What
answer
makes
my
it
phone.
toxic? That's not toxic, man.
That's a cop out, man.
I'm saying I don't answer my phone.
Your girl
Yeah,
calling you saying,
another
"Where are
one,
you?"
man.
for
That's a
example.
cop out, man.
I think yours has to do with authority, bro.
Yeah, man.
What do you mean?
Your toxic traits to do with authority.
You don't listen to
No.
Because your things is, it's my way or the highway, no?
That's standard in everyone's life.
Do you
No, you
compromise?
said you're a gangster in your yard. Whatever you say runs. That's your most.
That's toxic,
Yeah,
bro.
so that's not toxic.
That's
No,
toxic,
it's not.
fam.
That's toxic.
So what, you're in your yard letting your woman say, put the thong on.
No.
Thong song. You're
Yeah,
dancing
but
the
why
thong song in
people-
your yard.
Yeah,
There's not black and white.
That's
It's
not black and
No, don't try
It's
that
not-
one. No, don't
it's
try
not-
that
No,
one.
we can talk
No,
about
but
this.
you're saying, but you're not letting her even have input on what the way it's run.
Right.
You're saying that you're running it.
Compromise is the key word.
What? You think so? You don't run your house?
No, but I'm saying like you're not having any input.
No, I'm
from
saying,
them.
but I'm saying, do you run your yard?
If man had use,
No, I'm
like,
saying,
when it
do
comes-
you run your yard? Do you run your yard?
I
Your
live by
house?
myself, bro,
Yeah, but
so-
so do you run your yard?
Yeah, 'cause I live by myself.
Alright, cool, but if you're saying a woman could come in your yard and run your yard,
Well, certain aspects you'll run the yard, yeah.
how?
Bro, domestically, I'm not running it.
Bro, I'm saying, does your woman run your yard?
In terms of how though, like
I'm
what's
saying,
running
look,
yard?
bro, you got your yard, yeah? Your house is in a certain way. You're letting a woman come into your life and tell you, yeah, boom, A, B, C, D, E.
No, but I'll take her opinion. Like she said, oh, you know what,
Right.
fucking plant should go here. Yeah, why
Right,
not?
right, right.
Do you know what I'm saying? She
No,
doesn't
that's
input.
not running your yard. That's giving a suggestion or something positive to do.
But you wouldn't even let that happen from the
You
way
wouldn't
you made
even
it
do the way
sound.
you made it sound. You said
Because
you're.
it's like, brother, if you put the pot here and she moves it there, look, what? You moving my pot for?
No, I don't care about all that stuff. I'm talking about the things in my house that actually hold value of where it actually happens.
So what? So go on.
That's where the things happen.
So you're being convoluted.
Makes sense.
Say like what?
If you
Give
come,
an
if I
example.
come, I'm not gonna be like, oh, why did you put so much yogurt in the fridge, bro? I'm not. That's called psychopathic. I'm not a psychopath.
Give an example. Give an example.
You have to understand the difference.
Give an
you
example.
you have to be the man in your house. I think a lot of you men have lost the sense of being a man.
Give an example.
I'm
This
saying you've
is-
lost the sense of just being a man.
Elaborate.
Yeah, elaborate.
If you're, like, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, go on.
Like you gave me an example. You said, well, I have to watch what I say because my missus might watch it. Bro, listen, I don't have that problem because I run my ship. My ship don't run me. I'm the captain of my ship. Yeah, I run my ship. You can't tell me what I can and can't say. That's automatically relationship over. The moment a woman thinks that she can control what I can say,
Yeah, 100.
you're done.
Yeah.
But wait, I'll say this: does the prime minister run the country then? Because
No,
the
not about
reason I
politics.
asked that question,
I don't know about politics.
because no, because reason I asked that question, as a perception wise, for what we see, Boris Johnson runs the country, right? But in reality, he has a number of advisors
Oh, of course.
that provide him information, and he picks the correct. So he still leads, but he has suggestions
Right.
from different people,
Right.
and that's how I see it. So I got my yard, I lead the yard. There's nothing wrong with taking suggestions from my
some
guy.
men don't run their yard. And when I start to question man about their house, about their say in their yard, they have no say in their house.
Nah, but
I'm questioning a lot of men.
that's
Really?
there.
Yeah.
What we're talking about is, for example, me as a director of a business.
Forget director of the business. I'm saying if you come home and your missus has touched something that you didn't want to get touched, what is happening now?
Well, it's getting moved back, and there's nothing about it. There's nothing you can say about it because that's
I
where
didn't want it that way. It's my yard.
No. See, that's the whole point. There's a whole argument now. Because first of all,
There's no argument, but there's no argument, bro.
No, I'm saying there's no touching my stuff. See, the difference between me and you is that would never happen in my house.
Right.
See the difference?
That's toxic.
That's
No.
toxic.
That's
That's toxic.
How?
Because people
That's
can't even
toxic.
because people
It's
move
just
things
a
and
foreign,
make
though, innit? It's a
mistakes.
foreign.
No, but people make
You are the
mistakes.
Putin of your yard and free Ukraine, bro.
People make mistakes and move things like what? Am I going to give a list of exactly where things should be, bro?
Come. Look in my eyes. There's no mistakes in my yard.
There you go. See, that's your toxic trait.
Bow. Toxic.
That's not toxic.
It's toxic, bro.
No.
He didn't have a toxic trait. We're telling you this is a toxic
No,
trait.
it's not
toxic
toxic.
trait. Yeah.
Women want authoritative men.
Bro,
And
people,
Yeah, but you live around that way, there's no mistakes.
Let the
let me show you something.
use lot decide. Is that a toxic trait? Yes or no?
Alright, but check this.
Go
I
on.
Because in
come from-
Habs' life, there's
I
no
come-
mistakes.
come.
Women, they're on the
No,
tight
but
road.
listen.
You can't make a
No,
mistake.
but listen. I'm show you something.
Yeah, go on.
My mum and dad been married for like 38 years. Yeah. Like we all know that couch is my dad's. We know that. Brother, don't think now that my dad comes in the yard and man's chilling on this couch. My mum will tell me, brother, get out your dad's space.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Don runs his shit, bro. Does that make sense? Without saying a word. He didn't have to come in and say, get out my seat. We know the vibes.
Certain things, it can't be everything though.
so I'm just saying,
Alright,
so-
there's the same rule apply in the kitchen.
What do you mean?
There's the same rule apply in the kitchen. The way things are spread out in the kitchen, yeah. If your dad has a certain cup or whatever that's in the kitchen, you're
You
saying
can't play in my dad's cup.
I'm telling you, it's different in the kitchen, bro.
Brother, if
It's
you
a
play,
different thing.
listen, you come to my yard and try to drink up my dad's cup. My mum will say to you, Dad, your dad's cup, your cup, that cup. Because my mum's so particular now. She's saying, right, I don't even trust you. You can't even kiss me out. I don't want know where your mouth's been. And so my mum talk mad. I'm like, bro, that's cold hearted. How are you gonna say it to your kids? Like we've got our Pacific cups, bro. Mum don't play that game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying. That's what you call your ship sailing in the right direction because everybody's playing a part of the sailor. You know, you got the sailor, you got the captain, you got the people at the bottom. Everyone's playing a position. I think nowadays with a lot of men, their ship they don't know what positions who. This one day she's on the top deck, next minute she's on the bottom deck, next minute she's in the middle deck. Where the hell? What your position you
But
playing?
you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Like the way you talk about it is more authoritarian. Mine's more democratic in the sense of I would take suggestions.
There's no democracy in my house, bro.
Yeah, see.
I'm a flipping.
Toxic.
What are you talking about?
Bro, what you saying?
What's the democracy in my yard, fam? There's no votes here, bro. Bro, if the shit ain't going the way I want, I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving. I'll sleep on the streets, bro. I'll sleep on the streets. I'll sleep on the streets, bro. But bro, it's not working. I'm not working like this,
There's
bro.
nothing wrong with that, but there has to be a level of compromise in any relationship, bro.
Compromise where? The compromise is that I come home every night. What are you talking about?
Toxic. How's that not toxic,
It
bro?
can be toxic authority.
Bro, there's no such thing as toxic when you're when you're a man, bro. I'm showing my masculine. Bro, listen. The thing, this is what I'm trying to say now.
I believe certain things
Here's
are
what the
toxic,
problem-
but there's definitely a thing called being toxic in the yard, man.
No, it's nothing called
There
toxic
is,
in the
there
yard.
is.
There's
Bro,
called
what you're
you
doing
running
is
your
you're being
shit.
hyper masculine now, bro.
How?
There's masculine because a masculine man can take suggestions, bro.
No, but I'm saying to you, I'm not taking suggestions
And a
from you.
masculine man
This
can
is what I'm
take
saying to you.
criticism as well.
I don't care about no criticism, none of that, because my ship's still gonna sail the
Hyper
same way.
masculine, bro.
I'm rolling
Your
my
ship's
thing.
not gonna sell the same way, bro.
Why
Your
not?
ship will sink, bro.
Why?
Because you need to.
they'll be mutiny
You
for you.
My ship's been floating. What are you talking
Every
about?
captain needs a navigator, and you can't tell a navigator,
you mean, what
I
navigator?
want to go this way. No, if you go that way, you're gonna crash into a rock,
Bro,
That's
listen.
what your navigator does. You're a woman's navigator. You're the captain, bro.
Listen.
She guides you, and you get me. You say I want to go that way.
Listen, a smart woman will take you to heights that you've never been to before. That's right, no doubt. I'm with that. But don't ever forget that it's the man that is rolling, bro, that is making sure.
But we're not saying that now.
We're not saying
We're
that,
saying the
though.
same thing
No,
now.
but I'm saying to you, look, your yard is meant to be you. You're meant to be the boss of your house, bro.
I can still be the boss.
But
and take
bosses
suggestions,
still
bro.
listen to their employees.
100%.
When?
Bro, there's no bro.
The top guy at BT's listening to the small guy at BT, but shut your mouth,
Bro,
bro.
if you don't listen, you don't have a company, bro.
No,
You
you
don't
still
have a company.
you still have a
The
company.
CEO is just as important as the workers, bro.
Bro,
They need to work in
check this. I
unison
was
in
working
order
for
to
EE. I was working for
succeed.
EE. They have something called what's it called when you snitch? Something. What's it called, man? Whistleblowing, yeah? Bro, I went to the website once the whistleblow, it didn't work.
You went to whistleblow?
Yeah, I went to whistleblow. Yeah, Rago, on one of the top managers.
Why
'cause he
did
was-
you go to snitch,
Because
bro?
he was beating one of the girls and he made her get mental health. One of the top regional managers.
okay.
I hear
I
that.
shouldn't even say
Yeah,
this on
I hear
camera.
it.
He
Yeah,
might
I
lose
hear
his
that.
job. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
hear
saying?
that.
But anyone who knows he was beating one of the girls. And
But
the
how
girl,
did he give her mental health?
Because he was fucking her.
Yeah, but bro.
So how does that give
No,
her
wait,
mental health?
Because if you're beating someone and you have power, yeah, and you're treating the person wrong, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, she's cheating her wrong as well.
No,
Okay.
But how I'd respond to that is that you have to remember, it's not equal. So I'll say the CEO.
And that's not snitching.
Wait.
Stop. I'm just put this out there. That's not snitching. I'm at a legitimate job and he's doing something illegal inside of the job. That's not snitching. Snitching is when man's doing roads.
When you're a part of a lifestyle,
I'm a civilian.
You're living by the code. I'm a civilian. So not because people start twisting it. But what I'm saying is,
I'm a civilian.
But you could have rushed into a panache though.
You're moving back. What I'm saying though, the CEO is important as the employees, yeah, not the employee single, yeah. The CEO, in terms of value, has this equal value to all these guys. You're one person, so it's gonna be difficult for you as an individual to affect on a value scale.
I'm gonna break this down to you.
Go on.
Is this piece and this piece the same?
Of course not.
Of course not.
What's the difference?
One's a pawn and one's what's that? Queen.
Yeah, Queen.
King.
King,
Yeah.
What's the difference in them?
That's,
How they move.
How they
No,
move.
How they
if this
protect
one
it.
gets killed, if this
Everyone
piece
done.
gets killed, the whole game's over.
Yeah.
If this piece gets killed, the game still goes.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say to you is, in your house, you're meant to be running it as you're the king. Stop.
Yeah,
hold
but the
up.
queen- the queen
hold
is just
up,
as important,
Hold
though.
up.
Go on, land. I'm gonna come
Hold
for you.
up. Hold
I'm
up.
gonna come for you after
Hold
this.
up.
Go on.
Hold up. The queen makes the moves, the mad moves. Yeah. But that's because the king needs to be protected. So my house is my sanctuary. It's my peace. So if I come home and I don't feel that peace, then guess what?
Hell breaks loose.
Thank you very much. So this is the reason why you got to run your house.
But this is what I'm saying about the king and the pawns, bro. Yeah, because even though the king needs to be protected, who's he protected by? The pawns.
No,
100%.
protected by all the other pieces.
All the other pieces, yeah. So he needs everything in order to function. Without the other pieces, the king's useless.
And if you're pissing, if you're
The king's useless. The
pissing
king don't
everyone
have
off,
that.
there's no
What's that got to
kingdom.
do?
What's that got to do with my house?
Because if you're pissing everyone off in the
How
house,
many
there's no
pawns do you have in
kingdom.
your house? I ain't got no pawns in my yard.
Bro, your wife
One
and your kids.
queen, blood.
Your
But
wife
yeah,
and your kids, if you piss them off and they'll,
it's long.
it's long,
So
bro.
you need to have some
What, the
level of
pawns?
equilibrium.
Yeah, bro, you can't just be pissing everyone off, bro. You have no
I'll
kingdom.
sacrifice all my pawns right now.
What? You sacrifice the youths, yeah?
I'll
And
sacrifice all
then,
the
and then you're alone, bro. And then what? Then you're vulnerable. Because then man
I'm
like
saying
me.
sacrifice the pawns, not my queen. Yeah, I said.
Yeah, but you're still
Yeah,
vulnerable.
you're still vulnerable, bro.
You're still vulnerable.
You gotta keep
You need-
everyone happy to some regard, even if it's not exactly what they want. But you gotta keep.
That's what I'm
them
saying.
No, it's not about keeping people happy. I'm saying to you, everyone's setup's different. So if you've come into your thing as a man and she's respected you as a man, she's gonna leave with that impression of a man. If you've come in as a simp and you try to be a man, she ain't never gonna respect you.
No, but you're talking
But
black
what's
and
simply about taking
you're
suggestions
talking
or
black and
compromising?
white,
No, it's
man.
not simple. You're saying in my yard I don't have the final say. That's what you're saying.
No,
did not-
we
bro,
never said
he
that.
did not say that.
Don't say that. We never said that, bro. No, what we
How's
said
it
is
toxic?
you cannot take on suggestions.
What do you mean? I can,
You can't compromise.
The
I can take suggestions.
The CEO
But what
makes
I'm saying to you
makes
is
the
I
final
run my
suggestion,
household,
but
I
he
run
takes
my household.
suggestions.
What's that got to do that?
There's nothing wrong with that statement in and of itself, yeah. But then you start saying, "Cool, if
No compromise,
there's
no criticism.
compromise,
No,
no
no,
criticism.
you lot said-
I run my shit. If I want to go left, I'm going left.
Yeah.
You don't care if you're crashing into a mountain.
It doesn't crash into mine.
I love it. Because
It don't
you see what I'm
crash into
saying?
mountains.
This is what I said before. Yeah, you live in your ignorance and it's beautiful.
I don't live in my ignorance.
You do, bro. Because you don't see, all you see is your vision.
Do you know what? It's funny because when a person that takes suggestions from everyone doesn't know himself.
Your girl's not everyone.
Your girls are everyone.
No, but no, I'm just saying. I'm giving you an example.
Go on, yeah.
A man that knows himself knows what is good for him and what is bad for him. This is called what you said earlier, self-awareness.
But you can't know it all.
You all know.
No,
when
no one said I know it all.
Okay, land.
That's
Yeah.
why you have people around you that are wise. You have to have wise people, not smart people. Listen to the difference. What I said: not
100.
smart people, not intelligent people, not rich people. Wise people.
You said you don't take their criticism, though.
I didn't say I didn't talk criticism. You're saying I don't take criticism.
That's what you said. Oh, read it back. Don't cut it.
I did not
You said there's no criticism.
No, I said
We gonna play this back. He's not
I did
gonna
not
say
say
what
I
you're
do
talking
not
about.
take criticism. I said a woman can't come and tell me about Rod. This is A, B, C. When I look and I can see from a logical mind and a logical perspective. Sometimes women are over emotional, especially when you live with them. And
When you
they're
play it
acting
back,
off
you said
emotions.
I don't take criticism.
No, I didn't.
That
say
you
that.
said those words. We'll play it back. But yeah,
you lot are putting words into my mouth.
we'll play it back. We'll play it
But
back.
you
but
can't
fine.
actually do that because my the way I am is I'm so on point. I don't really accept people putting.
Then I
words
hope
into my mouth.
you learn from this experience.
Take on criticism.
Take criticism. Because you definitely said that.
I don't take criticism from everyone.
Yeah.
and
But this is your queen. This
You
is your
shouldn't.
queen. This isn't some John
That
from
doesn't matter. I
on
still
the
don't take
roadside.
credit. I don't have to take every single thing that she says.
No, but you said you don't take any. That's what we're saying is toxic. Not the fact that, of course, you're not going to take on everything. It's still your ship. But the fact is, you don't take any. Just this is you. That's it.
And even if a man run this ship like that, everyone's ship's different.
Yeah,
I hear it. Because I'll say it like this, yeah.
I think sometimes we want everything to be the way that the problem with the people in the West, what I've clocked, is that we see things from the Western perspective. Bro, you go to certain Arab man's house, and I know you letting done it. Bro, when I mean, yeah, it's one way or the highway. It's like, brother, my man said to his wife, brother, you see the woman, she's panicking if that's not done. Now, me and you might say, what? That's not right, blah, blah. That's their setup, and that's how they've been living.
That's fine.
Leave them.
That's fine, but that's contextual.
happy.
That's fine, that's contextual. Do you know why that's contextual?
To me, that's
contextual because, not even that. Because we live in different dynamics, yeah? The Arab woman can't go nowhere.
He goes to a lot of places. He goes to the mall every day to go Louis.
Yeah, with whose money? Not hers. His money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the Western world, she's not living off your money, bro. Which means you have to navigate and manage the situation
not living off my money.
You specifically, maybe, but we talked about the West as a whole.
Okay.
At the West as a whole, she's not living off your money. Which means that if you can't manage this situation, she has a door open. She can leave, bro. So if you want to maintain the situation, you or the man in
leave who?
The man in question, bro.
No, bro. 100%. No, let's not even put him in the atmosphere.
To leave,
let's put him in the atmosphere. It's death, bro. It's death. It's my bro. You leave me, you're dying. I've had enough.
I'll be contextual.
I've had enough. You know, before I used to laugh at man like that. Now I'm like, no,
you have to be able to manage the situation different, which means you have to have a certain level of compromise. So what I'm saying is this, yeah, you can steer your boat in whatever direction you want to go. What she should do is help you steer in that direction. She shouldn't tell you, well, you want to go that way, I want to go this way. No, you're my navigator. Yeah, I want to go this way. What's the safest way for me to get to where I need to get to? That's compromise.
Why do we make relationships sound so like black and white?
No.
I make relationships sound realistic. You don't make it sound black and white. Like, you know what? I'm running the ship, and you know what? Can you navigate and help me? Fuck all that shit, bro. The fuck you mean? I'll bust my
can't wait for the comments for this, you know.
Yeah, I love this shit, bro. What the? No, I'm not having this.
Question: are we simps?
Bro, you said a simpy word.
We said
you said you, not him. He's not jumping on your butt. Go
on. What's the word?
You just said a simpy thing.
What, compromise?
No, you know, you navigate with me, and you know, I just want you to know. Brother, that just sounds fucked up, bro. Sounds fucked up. That sounds fucked up. We want masculine shit around here. We want masculine shit around here.
Wait. So me saying I run my shit.
I'm saying it for the gallon. You don't really mean it.
Man, come on, for me. With a chest like mine. Nah, you're taking the piss, bro. If I'm saying this year, I never get and run my boat. Yeah, I say I want to go north. Yeah, but in truth, I should be going northeast because north is treacherous. Right. Yeah, but I'm saying no. I want to go north. She's my girl. She's gonna ride with me, right? So I'm gonna say I want to say what's the safest way to get north? That's her giving her input in a Western world where you have to compromise. That's how you.
One thing I say, not the way that I want to run my boat, because the way I want to make the peas for my woman. But let's just talk the West as a whole, yeah.
The thing, generally speaking,
just the West as a whole. Where the thing gets fucked up is, would we not agree in the UK that most women are working full time and most men are working full time?
That's a lot. Jamaican men are different, you know. Cause you see what we want our yard to run a certain way, you know, and that's why.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's great if the man's earning, but I think where it gets fucked up is when the woman's doing the same. And the man still want to be.
You ain't got the right to tell her right.
Then it don't work.
You think money makes masculinity, bro? What are you lot talking about?
No, it's a major contributor. If you want to talk about hypergamy and sexual market value, your financial situation is a massive.
No. I'm saying to you that is not the case. Let me tell you why. A lot of our parents, when they came over here, they didn't really have a lot of money, but the wife still let the man. I think culturally, where a woman comes from and her background on how she's raised will determine on how she will treat you. 100. Because, bro, if you can love me now and my masculinity is more, I'm a masculine man because I'm earning money, what happens when I fall off? Anything that goes up has to come down.
In this day and age, most girls will leave you.
Yeah.
No. That's not a real woman. That's not a real woman.
In the UK, 60% of women initiate the divorce. In the US, 8% of women initiate divorce. So between 6 and 8% of women initiate divorces, and the main reason is the financial situation. So you're just saying it's true, but that's not
the main reason. The main reason is cheating, bro.
The main reason is financial situation.
It's your facts are off.
The second
your facts are off. Let's check it. I got my computer.
There's ways to look at it. If you become redundant, people are gonna. It's different to see you saying, one day, you know what, I can't bother to work. You know.
Yeah.
If you just say I can't be bothered to work,
Yeah.
most girls are leaving you, bro.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? Same
Right.
with the falling off thing. Like, if a girl, if she gets fat because she's had some kind of mental ailment or whatever the rest of it, you allow her for getting fat. If she just one day says, yo, I'm happy, I'm getting fat, the brother's gonna cheat on you
At that
still.
point, yeah, he's gone.
He's gonna cheat on you.
So
And
it's
this
still-
guy's probably
yeah.
He should.
internet.
No, it's true. It's for number one, finances. Number two is infidelity.
Yeah, but
For why people break up in marriages.
yeah, fidelity got to be up there, innit?
Infidelity
It's
is
always,
quite-
it's
a
always
bad one.
infidelity because women can't handle men cheating because in the West we're taught that monogamy is a thing when really 9 out of 10 men are polygamous in their nature.
Would you say
without them
9 out
even
of 10?
knowing.
I don't think so, man.
Or polygamous.
Nah, man. Because I'd say, because
How many then?
you know what it is, only 20% of men are actually fucking. Those other 80% are just gassed to have a woman. Do you know what I'm saying? I know bare man, all the man that I know that don't get things, when they get a ting, they're not cheating, bro.
Only because the access to
Right,
sex
it's low.
is very low.
But then what about a man who's sort of a certain status? Like,
This one is the
getting
high
things.
value and all
Yeah,
that.
if
It
they
can
get
happen.
them, man, they're cheating, but
Them
that's
man,
not
because
the
them man have the
majority, though.
resources, the access.
Everything.
Do you
But
know what I'm
that's
saying?
not the
Bro, I
majority,
know
though, bro.
broke niggas that's cheating, bro. What are you lot talking about?
No, not bro, not just. I'm just talking about man that get things. Forget the peas
Is it
aspect. Man
sexual
that
market
get
value.
things.
So they might be broke, but there's other aspects of the sexual market value that ups their sex that they can chop.
Man-
There's man them who have cake here. Who are like the neaky brothers that just sit there and watch anime and play
100.
games all day.
They
That
don't
makes
get
up the
pushed.
majority of men. Those are the simps. To me, those are the real simps. You know what I'm saying? They're man that are internet keyboard warriors,
That's
bro.
it.
They don't get gal. Yeah, they're the ones. If you put just a meaty thing in front of them, they're holding on to for their life.
it probably would, innit?
Yeah, those are the man that emming people off once the girl leaves them.
One of my white brothers that I met at fucking college, he was just like, first year he's just like, he saw the man them doing their thing. Like, you know, you have that one white brother that don't really fit in, but he's kind of
just-
you kind of take him in because he's cool, innit?
Yeah.
He was just like, so actually he's like, we're staying single because we want to mash as many things as possible. Second year of college, he got a girl. He's just like, you know what? I stayed single all this time because I wanted to mash things, but I'm like, I don't mash things anyway, so I may as well just get a girl.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but any money, I think.
Nah, but you lot are speaking for the rare occasion. Let's speak for
No,
the,
most man don't get girls, bro.
listen, no, what?
most.
Most man do not.
Bro,
But let me say something. Let me
Only
tell you. Let me tell
20 to 30%
Let me
of
tell
men
you
are
something.
actively having sex.
Let me
Oh,
tell you why
yeah,
you
yeah,
like chatting shit. Let me
no,
tell you
no,
why you
no,
like chatting
no,
shit.
no, no, let me tell you
Let me tell you chatting shit.
let me
There's
finish.
more women in the world than men. So percentage-wise,
Go on.
But there's more women in the world than men. So even the bottest man, blood, that has no game, there's gonna be a thing that one day sees him
How's he
at
getting-
work.
how's he
He's gonna be at work. she'll be like,
I know the guys are
shaking,
smoking
she'll be
them.
shaking.
And you watching her shopping, they're shaking.
And
When there's man that are not
Stop,
shaking.
Stop. Hold up. They're gonna be playing Fortnite together, bro. Listen, relationships are different now. These man, you said they're watching anime. He's watching anime and he's playing Fortnite, and the girl's like, "Oh my god, you're so exciting because you watching anime as well. Oh my god,
He put it
waiting
out-
for my
he put it
girl,
out
man."
there.
It doesn't matter if he chops. I'm saying that's his girlfriend now.
No. Let me.
They're not beating, bro. That's
Bro, he's
bro.
gonna start beating through anime, bro. They're gonna be in the metaverse.
Man said this
They're gonna
metaverse,
be in the
man.
metaverse.
It's not easier.
They're gonna be in the metaverse together, bro. Bro, they're gonna meet in the metaverse together,
Look,
bro.
take this example, yeah. So say when you was in secondary
You lot are
school.
talking the wrong talk.
No.
Everyone's cheating, bro. I don't know what you lot think this is.
bro.
You're
Look,
living in
no,
fantasy world,
Let me
bro.
finish the example. When we was in school, yeah. Say you have 150, let's say boys in your year, yeah. Of 150, 30 were the guys, and they were smoking everyone. What happened to the other 100?
There was about 5 man, bro.
Yeah, 5 man. And
So
there was
what
one,
about-
the other man, you don't even
155?
remember their name, bro.
Yeah.
Did you
No, but they still was getting pum pum from one thing.
man.
But like, they got the thing that I wanted as well. Like, right, I wanted to beat that thing because
Nah,
no
man,
one
I
got
know
it.
what school you
But
went to. I don't know
bro,
about that one
South
still.
different. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if East is different, but I'm saying that's different, bro. But anyway, last question. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you lot both this question. Yeah, because I'm gonna I wanted to understand something, so I'm trying to be different now. So this is about what type of learner are you? What type of learner are you?
fucking hell,
and
that's
I think this is a very good question because some of us, if we can learn our learning styles, forget all this love language shit. That's all cap, and that's what these girls deserve. But what I'm saying is all cap. Yeah, I'm saying, what's your learning style? Because your learning style is how you will communicate with your other half. See, some people are visual learners, some people are kinetic learners, some people are audio learners. But imagine being with someone and not knowing what they actually are. Okay. So you're always having mistakes in a relationship because you don't actually. Some women want to be touched. They like touch. Touch is how they listen. So when you're talking to them, they want to be touched. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person. I don't like being touched. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm with a woman and she's poking me, it's like that poke. I remember it for the next 6 hours. Like you tried to poke me. Like,
my addiction.
Are you alright?
annoying, yeah,
Are you normal? Like the hand comes up. You know what I'm saying? Or
Toxic.
like she tries to touch my head, and I'm like, why are you touching my head for? I don't want like that kind of interaction. But other people, you lot might think that's nothing.
You can set boundaries. That's the important thing.
Yeah. So it's very good to know what kind of learner you are. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, both of you two, and just to see what type of learner you are. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So do you prefer to? The first question is: you prefer to listen to things? A, listen to things rather than read about them. Analyze picture. B, analyze pictures, graphs, and charts. Or C, handle physical objects and try to understand how they work for themselves.
Physical objects.
Physical objects. Yeah.
What was the first one again, sorry?
Listen to things rather than read about them. Analyze pictures, graphs, and charts, or handle
Probably
physical
A.
objects.
Yeah, listen to things.
Right, we'll start with you first. Yeah, so you're going to say A. Yeah. You remember things by A, saying them aloud. B, watching a demonstration, or C, experiencing them for yourself.
A probably.
So saying them aloud, yeah.
Saying them aloud, yeah. I always talk to myself. People think I'm like fucking schizophrenic, but yeah, go on.
You find reading takes very long. You get fidgety. B, the best, the most relaxing thing ever, or C, pretty boring. You'd rather be outside.
C, pretty boring. Rather be outside.
Number 4, you're more likely to remember somebody's name. A, name. B, face, or C, hug.
B, face. A, names, bro. I've called
Imagine
Johns.
hug.
I've called Johns different names all the time. Fuck.
When you see the word cat, what do you do? Picture a cat in your mind, say the word cat to yourself, or think about being with a cat.
Being with a cat, that's wild. So I'm saying that beast. Picture a cat. Picture a cat, yeah.
What kind of book would you like to read for fun? A book with lots of images, A. B, a book with loads of words and details. Or C, a book with word searches or crossword puzzles.
Oh, C, a book with low crossword puzzles.
Number 7, if you're ever unsure of how to spell a word, what are you most likely to do? A, write it down to see if it looks right. B, spell it out to see if it sounds right. C, trace the letters in the air with your finger.
B, sound it out.
Spell it out, yeah? You're out shopping and you are standing in a queue at the checkout. What are you most likely to do while waiting? A, look around at other clothes. B, talk to the person next to you in the queue. C, fidget, move about or rock or lean on your feet.
B, probably talk to people.
Talk to people. Okay. What's the best way for you to study for an exam? A, read the book or your notes and review pictures of charts. B, get a friend or family member to ask you questions that you can answer out loud. C, make index cards that you can review.
C, make index cards that I can review.
All right, last question. What do you like to relax to? What do you do to relax? A, read. B, listen to music. Or C, exercise.
C, listen to C, exercise. Sorry.
All right, submit quiz. You are a kinesthetic learner.
So what does that mean?
You are a kinesthetic learner. You learn by touching and doing. You understand and remember things through physical movement. You're a hands-on learner who prefers to touch, move, build, or draw what you learn, and you tend to learn better when some sort of physical activity is involved. You need to be active and take frequent breaks. You often speak with your hands with gestures, and you may have a difficulty sitting still.
On the podcast, they call me the Italian man.
Oh, so it's right. You do use your hands a lot.
Yeah.
You, as a kinesthetic learner, you like to take things apart and put things together. You tend to find reasons to tinker or move around when you become bored. You may be very well coordinated and have good athletic ability. You can easily remember things that were done, but you may have difficulty remembering what you saw or heard in process. You often communicate by touching, and you appreciate physically expressed forms of encouragement, such as a pat on the back.
Not the last part, that's a bit moist, but the rest, yeah.
But generally, it's kind of...
Yeah, generally it's...
Your turn. All right, so do you prefer to listen to things rather than read about them? B, analyze pictures, graphs, and charts, or C, handle physical objects and try to understand how they work for themselves?
Physical objects.
Do you remember things by saying them aloud, watching a demonstration, or experiencing them for yourself?
Experience.
You find reading, it takes long, you get fidgety. Number B, the best thing and most relaxing thing ever. C, pretty boring, you'd rather be outside.
What was the question?
You find reading. Like, how do you find reading?
How do I find reading?
Like, takes long, you get fidgety.
First one, takes long, get fidgety.
You're more likely to remember somebody's name, face, hug. Face, yeah? When you see the word cat, what do? Picture a cat in your mind, say the word cat to yourself, think about being with a cat.
Say the word cat in my mind.
So picture a cat in your mind.
What is it? Picture a cat in your mind, say the word cat to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say the word cat to myself.
What kind of book would you like to read for fun? A book with lots of images, a book with loads of words and details, a book with word searches or crossword puzzles?
Probably a book with pictures.
Loads of images, yeah?
Yeah, images.
If you're unsure of how to spell a word, what are you most likely to do? Write it down to see if it looks right. B, spell it out to see if it sounds right. And C, trace the letters in the air with your finger.
Probably write it.
Write it down and see if it looks right.
Yeah.
You're out shopping and you're standing in the queue at a checkout. What are you most likely to do while you're shopping? Look around at others. Talk to the person next to you in the queue. Fidget, move around, rock, or lean on your feet.
I'll talk to people.
What's the best way for you to study for an exam? Read the book or the notes and review pictures or
one
charts.
way ask people to...
Get friends or family.
Yeah, that one.
That one, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you do to relax? Read, listen to music, or exercise?
Ooh, it's a bit between listen to music or exercise. Which one do I do more? To relax. Exercise.
So you are a visual learner.
Yeah.
You say, if you are a visual learner, you learn by reading or seeing pictures. You understand, remember things by sight. You can picture what you are learning in your head, and you learn best by using methods that are primarily visual, and you like to see what you're learning. I know that's true because you said when a thing beats another guy, you said you have this mad imagination of thinking wild things, man, like the leg up in the shoulder. Yeah, so you're a visual learner.
Anime did that to me, blood.
Yeah.
Anime is real, you know.
Bro, anime's taught me a lot, bro.
It's true.
Yeah, bro. As a visual learner, you are usually neat and clean. You often close your eyes to visualize or remember something, and you find something to watch if you become bored. You may have difficulty with spoken directions, and you may be easily distracted by sounds. You are attracted to color and to spoken language, like stories, and are rich in imagination.
That's me down to a T, bro.
Right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, see?
Send that to me. I can read that again, bro. That's me down to a T.
I quite enjoyed that one. It was a good little spin.
Yeah,
I like that one.
All right, so the last guy, you're the last
But then
guy.
learning it, I feel, but to actually use that productively in your life, like so focusing on what you actually are and then excelling in that. So it's like, right,
See, but
so I'm
that's
visual.
there. That's
You know what I mean?
becoming more conscious of yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
That's because a lot of these are just subconscious. You know they exist. I know they exist.
True.
It's raising it to my consciousness and allow myself to apply that
On
in
a
the
daily,
reality.
innit?
Do you know what I'm saying?
On a daily.
So if someone's like, the person that showed me about this, he said, if you're talking to someone who's a visual learner, you say, I visualize the process. So you say, every time you speak to the person, say to them, visualize the process. So before you say to them, listen to the process. If you're a listener, if you're kinetic, he said, all right, feel this process. So basically the person was trying to make people aware of who they actually are as a person. I remember the guy was teaching me this and I was like, well, you're a weird guy. Like, you're teaching me something very different in life that I've never actually heard. And he said, the reason why a lot of people don't actually communicate effectively is because they don't actually understand what their learning style
Communication
is. And that's
true.
like, raw.
I hear it
kind
though.
of deep.
Same as school, innit?
Because he said, if you understand someone's thing, you understand how to like communicate.
Do you know why that's correct? Because my reading age in school was poor. Do you know what got me to where I need to be? In fact, what made me excel where I needed to be? It was watching anime and subtitles, bro.
Swear.
It was real talk because, bro, my reading age when I was in like, we was one of those kids in school. I was just mad, Jimmy. I was noisy, breaking shit. You know them times in English when the teacher gets to read in front of everyone, I was stuttering, mad.
Yeah.
And then boom, one day I was watching Naruto, and usually it comes that subbed, didn't it? I mean dubbed.
English
and I was like, bro, I want to carry on watching it, but I can't continue because it's not subbed, innit? So one day I forced myself, do you know what? I have to read the subtitles if I want to carry on watching Naruto. Bro, before I knew it, in the space of a couple months, bro, the teacher was shocked. They didn't even know what happened.
That's mad.
They didn't even know what happened. They were just gobsmacked. They're like, how does the reading age go from like completely underachieving to one of the best in the classroom?
See?
Only in hindsight, by clock now, That was anime, and that kind of feeds into the visual aspect.
You know what's fucked about that? When my mum came to this country, she could only speak French. She said the way she learned English was watching Disney Channel with the
That's mad.
with the English with the subtitles.
Always subtitles, isn't it?
And she just done that bears and.
Alright,
That's
so
mad to think, though.
see your turn. Do you prefer to listen to things rather than read about them? B, analyze pictures, graphs, and charts, or handle physical objects and try to understand how to work for yourself?
See.
C, yeah. You remember things by saying them aloud. A. B, watching a demonstration. C, experience them for yourself.
See.
You find reading takes long, you get fidgety. The best thing or most relaxing thing to do, or pretty boring and you'd rather be outside.
A.
You're more likely to remember somebody's A, name, B, face, C, hug.
Definitely face, especially if they clap, boy. This is definitely face. It's gotta be face.
When you see the word cat, what do? Picture a cat in your mind, say the word cat to yourself, or think about being with a cat.
A. Imagine thinking of being with a cat. That's mad.
What kind of book would you like to read for fun? A book with lots of images, a book with loads of words and details, a book with word searches or crossword puzzles.
I'll say C.
If you're unsure how to spell a word, what are you most likely to do? Write it down to see if it looks right, spell it out to see if it sounds right, trace the letters in the air with your finger.
A.
You're out shopping and you're standing in the queue at the checkout. What are you most likely to do while you're waiting? Look around at others, talk to the person next to you in the queue, fidget, move, or rock, or lean on your feet.
Nah, B.
What's the best way for you to study for an exam? A, read the book or the notes and review pictures or charts. Get a friend or family member to ask you questions that you can answer out loud. Make index cards that you can review.
B.
What do you do to relax? Read, listen to music, or exercise?
Definitely gym, boy.
Exercise. So it says you're a
Same.
connected learner.
That's him.
Same. I thought so. Okay,
You man are moist, bruv.
It definitely weren't visual. I knew it weren't visual.
Visual all the way, fam.
Yeah, so you're a kinetic learner. You're
Thank you
more
for
a
the
learner
visual,
from touching and moving
That's
about.
the only way. That's mad, though.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already, make sure you go and buy your tickets for my event. I don't know if you have bought your tickets or
25th
not.
of March.
25th of March.
Listen, you
Sky
see
now.
us there as well.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
My brother's going to be there.
Shut down.
Yeah, it's going to be a man versus women part. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
Simps not invited.
Never. Stay at yard, man.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out, Red, talk to you.